Such a beautiful sunset. My brother's toothbrushes over the past month. Does dude even still have teeth? Help. I put rubber bands all up my arms, and I look like a worm. Bigfoot sightings versus fursuit owners. The freshmen, trying to get on the roof, have resorted to dropping heavy things on an uneven plank. Now that she follows me to the bathroom, might as well be useful. Plus-sized women admit they aren't attracted to overweight men. Hold on, how come the women get to be called plus-sized, but the men are called overweight? My daughter just proudly showed me this drawing of her and her imaginary friend, and in summary, I need to call a priest. I'm in a hotel and someone named Emily has multi-mode turned on. Should I connect her speaker and put this playlist on? Subway launches its first 3-inch sub to combat inflation. Whoa, this is a huge sandwich. My face when my wife gives birth to a baby. But I don't feel the dad jokes kicking in. But my friend suddenly becomes a comedian. Boss texts you on your day off. Leave them unread. One of my union brother replies with a nude photo if management texts him off the clock. So many of you play fast and lose with photos of your dog. It's refreshing to see someone respect their dog's right to privacy. This dog has not been unlocked yet. I call this part of the fridge, the Butters penthouse. These guys were found fighting inside the school. As a punishment for fighting, they were given a choice. The options: suspension or holding hands for an hour. This is the only advertisement this window installer ever needs to use. The National Aquarium of New Zealand named the naughty and good penguin of the month. Timmy stole fish, pushed another penguin over. Betty, good swimmer, waited patiently for fish. Am I the only one who tries to get the same amount of steps in every square? Every day, Twitter shows me that we all live the same lives. The awkward moment when your 4-year-old asks if God is peeing on that mountain. Someone customized the unused buttons in their car, and I've rarely been more jealous. After 18 years of slipping and falling down these stupid stairs, multiple concussions and minor injuries, I'm really glad to know that my parents cared enough to fit carpet on them within days of their beloved new dog looking a bit scared of slipping on them once. The awkward moment when you realize that the sound of nature is the sounds of millions of animals, birds, and insects desperately trying to get laid. The sound of nature. Thomas the Tank Engine has been following me for 15 miles now. I don't know if I should be scared or amused. Whoever told me to leave my car at the pub and take the bus home, turns out I was in no fit state to drive that either. Customer service Lego lady is kinda bad. Hold on a sec, guys. Phone call. They are putting me down. He kinda looks like the ice dude whose name I've forgotten from The Incredibles. Are you saying our president looks like Frozone? Michelle, where is my... I saw a guy at Starbucks today. No iPhone, no tablet, no laptop. He just sat there, drinking coffee, like a psycho. Don't be rude to the guys paving your driveway. My uncle, a retired fisherman, volunteered to build his first grandson's crib. There were mixed emotions. I don't make milkshakes because I don't want anyone in my yard. My nephew just said to me, is wind made from birds flapping their wings? He's so adorable, isn't he? Wrong. My nephew's 24 and addicted to drugs. Yet another cycling skill that has been lost over the years. A woman practicing cutting off a head while riding a bicycle. I took Adderall for the first time and carved this pixelated avocado. I can't even cut a strip off with scissors. What the hell? This rock I found looks like a miniature moon. Telling your suitcase there's no vacation this year can be tough. Emotional baggage is the worst. I asked for a dark coffee, not a depressed one. You just ordered a depresso. I prayed and asked God to increase my finances, and behold, I found a wet floor with no sign in sight. Hashtag bout to slip. I got a military discount at a restaurant for wearing this. I'm not leaving until I see who walks out of this house. He cheated on me, so buy whatever you want. I cried to my mum about my husband trying to take my kids from me, only to find out she was having an affair with him, the mastermind behind it all. Hi, can you direct me to the nearest hospital? Hello, welcome to my home. It kinda looks like she's summoned out of a black hole. I can't go to the mall because everyone thinks I'm Taylor Swift. Congratulations on working 40 hours. You are now free to disassociate for 2 days. What do you think of my double-decker couch? Yup, this is definitely a male living space. I heard that this cemetery is haunted. I've worked here for 173 years and haven't seen anything. Tennis balls are flat. Wake up. Just heard an American woman angrily tell an airport employee, if you don't speak English, then why are you working here? Man, you're in Shanghai, China. People who sleep naked. Why? It stops people from sitting next to me on the train. I finally got my average resting heart rate down to 65 beats per minute. Only 65 more to go when you don't want your enemies to track your moves. Just look up Beef Oven. Everyone told him he would never be a musician just because he was deaf, but did he listen? Car drivers, when they see each other. Bus drivers when they see each other. Pilots when they see each other. This is so cute. I too sometimes record my boyfriend doing cute stuff too. Like the way he struggles to get out of the chair he's tied to in the basement. So cute. What is a harmless prank to play on your friends? After they leave your place, text them, "You forgot your phone here." Bonus point if you take a picture of their phone on your kitchen table before they leave and send it with the text. The Simpsons didn't predict anything. We just haven't fixed any of America's problems since 1989. Ever pluck a guy's eyebrows and realize that they are absolutely not the superior gender and are weak as hell? My partner thought this until she got an oh my, no. Fact, 90% of gambling addicts quit right before they're about to hit it big. 100% of gambling addicts will take this seriously. Wanna bet? You gotta go visit New York. I promise you won't regret the view. That's literally just a bunch of old radiators. No, that's New York. I've been looking for this thing for weeks. That's a quality duct tape job right there. Boy awakens from coma, addicted to cheese and swearing. This ain't me on Sundays. We are going for a spin, Larry. My grandparents can't top me no more. I walked 10 kilometers to school. I survived a global pandemic. No, I hit a hedgehog. Pleasant gradient shows up at your front door. This is what irony means. You buy an electric car to save the planet, and a tree kills it. Car tip. Before an oil change, drain out all the old oil by giving the car a good squeeze. Some dude tried to stab me and ruined my favorite jacket. When people say, "I wish I had as many siblings as you," I show them this picture. Angel's junk removal. She will tear it clean off. I think it's talking about garbage and recycling. Why did 9 geese cross the road? Why are they heading directly towards me? Time-sensitive question. Please respond. This is what it's like, trying to go to the toilet in peace, but you have pets. Just helped my neighbor bury a rolled-up carpet in the woods. She said her husband would have done it, but he is out of town. Pay it forward. Be the change. The art of self-control. Meet the Tibetan monk who can play video games without saying the gamer word. They keep creating random famous people out of thin air, and they expect me to play along. My hot flight attendant asked how I liked my coffee. Trying to sound cool, I told her I liked my coffee, how I liked my woman. And that's when she told me, "That's cute, but the coffee's free. You don't have to pay for it here." Guys, what made you realize this girl is definitely not into me? I gave a girl at work my number on a piece of paper, and she handed it right back and said, "We talk at work all the time, so let's just keep doing that." Did I kill a plant, or did the plant not have what it takes to thrive in this fast-paced environment? If you are willing to apply this rationale slightly more broadly, I've got a jury that I absolutely need you on. Laid off factory worker unseats Charlie D'Amelio as top TikTok star with 142 million fans. Laid off factory worker is an insane way to describe someone. I'm an Uber driver. One time a passenger asked me if I was afraid of picking up a serial killer. I said, "What are the odds of 2 serial killers being in one Uber?" He laughed. I laughed. We watched each other through the rear-view mirror the rest of the ride. Police showed up to my grandma's with a warrant for my grandpa's arrest for a non-payment of child support. She got his ashes and handed it to them. Did not see that coming. I dated this blind girl till she broke up with me a few weeks ago. Guess who's back with a different voice? The most offensive thing as a man is when you are walking down the street and an old woman clutches her purse. She really thinks she's stronger than me. Just had a message from a random guy asking to meet in the woods to compare pee-pee sizes. Weirdo. Didn't even show up. When you crack your neck and you unlock third person, I would rather be a side chick to a loyal guy than a main chick to a cheater. What does this mean? Parents say no to tattoos, but yes to children. They're the same thing. Expensive and permanent. Both can be removed with lasers. Tonight the O'Reillys became the first pro team to wear uniforms with braille lettering. Hell yeah. I bet the blind people loved seeing this. One time I was swimming in the ocean, trying to find some kind of meaning to existence, when all of a sudden a giant humpback whale swam right up next to me, nudged me with its fin to warn me that my student loan payment was due. You will never grow as a person if you don't leave your comfort zone. Me, the girls I like. So I sent my sister this image and she sent back a picture of her dressed like that. How am I supposed to take this? I saw the craziest rock formation. Breaking. Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend details the worst date of my life with the actor. He rented a whole cinema and made me watch every single Star Wars movie while he ran around with his lightsaber pretending to fight bad guys. For the past 20 years, I've been getting a Valentine's card from the same secret admirer. So I was pretty sad not to get one this year. First my granny dies, now this. Very sad to report that 8 days into self-isolation, and it's upsetting to see my wife standing at the window gazing aimlessly into space, tears running down her cheeks. It breaks my heart to see her like this. I have even considered letting her in, but rules are rules. Doctor, you need to eat healthy. No, the last patient who didn't change their diet after I suggested it died. OMG. In a plane crash. That sounds unrelated. I'm the one that crashed it. Do not disobey me. I forgot my wallet. Okay then, just watch how I eat. Yo, they revoked his medical license. Mr. Pepper. I asked my husband how to cut up an avocado. I'm now faced with the fact that I may have actually married a crazy person. Guy holding martinis while walking his cat. Me in 10 years. When you post something in the group chat and nobody replies. Britain's loneliest schoolboy. Forced to befriend ducks on remote Scottish Isle. What? How do you even... Where do you start? When you try to put something back together using cheap glue. Just saw this father and son sit down at Whole Foods with all this milk and nothing else. I'm shaking. Not a phone in sight. Item, Cadbury crab eggs. Appear to be standard confectionery, but when eaten, alive and angry blue crab emojis, presumably attacking the eater. This is just a part of Maryland culture. Please tell me I am not the only one who would mistake this laundry for a kneeling child, if not looking directly at it. How is anyone supposed to reach the toilet paper? My New Year's resolution is to not get the plague. This is going to be really offensive if another plague ever starts. September 3rd, 2016. Grandma's mac and cheese. Just throw your grandma away. Full face swimming mask from 1928. I'd have a heart attack and drown if I saw someone wearing this in a pool. This is why people drop out. Sorry, that's not correct. Your answer is not correct. Correct. 14. Your answer. 14. Duck ramp is infrastructure. Apparently my computer at work wasn't having it today. Can't. Well, life isn't just fair, is it? Humpback whale. 85. The right way. You wipe your butt before you take a poop as well, don't you? What's the worst way to hold your drink? Yeah, probably this way. A woman donated a kidney to her boss, who then fired her when she took too long to recover from the operation. Can you call me a taxi at 7 a.m. tomorrow? Okay, thanks dad. You're a taxi. The Price is Right host, Bob Barker, dead at 99. My man got as close as possible without going over $1. Legend. Half of the people in this world wipe sitting down and the other half wipe standing up. 90% of them don't realize the other group exists. Hi, I stole your identity. I've been living as you for a week. Me, him. Just starts crying. Hugs him. Hey, it's okay. Like, how do you even get up in the morning? Shh, I know. Why did I download this? I was on a dating app and a guy jokingly wrote, "What should we name our first child?" as his intro message, and I had to tell him that in 5th grade I lost a bet to my best friend Hannah and have to without question name my firstborn child Megatron, and then he unmatched me. I used to drink tons of Diet Coke, but it's been 1 month since I've had a drop. I want to share some of the changes I've observed in myself over that time. My health is unchanged. I'm less happy. My one source of joy is gone. Thanks for encouraging me on this journey. When you finally beat your brother's high score ghost in Mario Kart, but you lose the only thing you had left of him. Remember in school when we had to put these orange covers over the keyboards when practicing our typing skills so we wouldn't be able to peek at where the letters are? No. What the hell kind of school did you go to? Prison. Mozart disliked a performer named Adriana Ferrasi del Bene. That sounds like a pasta. So, knowing her tendency to drop her chin on low notes and throw back her head high on high ones, Mozart wrote a song with constant leaps from low to high in order to make her head bob like a chicken on stage. Don't let anyone stop you from being you, unless all of your friends tell you to stop, like in a single surprise meeting at your house. I'm Batman. What are your pronouns, Batman? Batman/Batman. I punch you, knocking you down. You wake up hours later, your hair cut and combed, a new suit on, and a bag full of money. There is a note on your chest. It reads, Batman is my preferred pronoun. I made it, boys. $10 trillion. What has 4 legs and isn't alive? A chair. Nice try, Gran. It is your dog. He's dead, Emma. I can't believe pirates would just make this up for clout. Me finding out that the reward for finishing work early is that I get to do other people's work. I, got this Splatoon stuck on my ceiling and I'm not able to get it down. You're not going to believe what object dislodged itself from the ceiling and began to descend to the floor, creating a loud meaty sharp sound upon impact, waking me up in the tender hours of the night. I'm laughing like a maniac. My rat just went inside my brother's toy car and sat in the front seat. Am I supposed to laugh at the rat or the dog? Papers and registration, please. So my mom told me as a kid she would peel an apple and throw the peel over her her shoulder, and the peel would take the shape of the first letter of her future spouse. Naturally, I decided to do it, and it literally says no. Oh my god. Paramedic school never taught me how to respond when a gangster responds to you, treating them with dignity and kindness by offering their services as a hitman. Nurses here cared for a gang member, treated him like anybody else. I addressed him as sir. At the end of the encounter, he wrote his number for me and said, "You need someone taken care of? You call me. No charge." It is very weird. I had a nightmare a few weeks ago that the Earth was hit by a second, extremely powerful Carrington event, and one of my first thoughts were, oh no, how will I talk to my internet friends now? This will affect the group chat. I really hope this shower isn't too toasty for you. This is my favorite picture. I hope hundreds of years later, this picture is found, completely out of context, by anthropologists, and it's the final tipping point before they completely give up on trying to understand the internet in this decade. I start dating a new girl. She becomes convinced I am a serial killer. Against her better judgment, she still wants to hang out with me. We go hiking. My husband has been toiling away on Ancestry for years, and this morning I finally got to enjoy the fruits of his labor. An in-depth presentation with charts showing how we are cousins. Ah yes, finally, the bathroom. Hold on, let him cook. It was at that moment when I discovered why the vent wasn't working. Male friendships are chill as hell. No drama, no BS. Haven't seen or contacted my best friend in 10 years. There was a guy doing the airplane with his daughter on the beach, and my dad asked if he could try. Fun fact, the reason your internal body temperature rises when you are infected is because viruses are using your body to mine Bitcoin. I just read something about replacing "I'm sorry" with "thank you." So instead of saying "sorry, I was late," say "thank you for waiting for me." Replacing negativity with positivity and gratitude breaks the "I'm sorry" cycle. Powerful. Thank you for letting me get with your sister. She turned the page and suddenly felt a cold touch on her spine. She quickly turned the page back and waited for the feeling to dissipate. It did not take long. "Sorry," she muttered. The ghost that haunted her house didn't always read as fast as she did. My freshman year of high school, the star football player died in a tragic accident, and I kept seeing his ghost around campus, and the ghost would say hello to me. And not until years later did I learn he had a twin brother. Forever thinking about this picture of me on my school's bad posture account. My friend lives alone. This is his cutlery drawer. I'm so glad Google is taking cow privacy seriously. The middle one is so clever. He's not clever. He's disgusting and gluttonous. Selling my camo shirt. DM me. Wildlife is finally returning to the streets of Paris. Nature is healing. Sorry, baguette expert here. When they do this, they're not happy. They're in pain. Authentic plague doctor masks. Imagine you're dying during the plague, and this thing walks in. Bless whoever looked at a picture of two mountains and thought of this. These minions of the king claimed they had a search warrant. Little did they know, my telekinesis magic serves no king. The future is coming. Please just build a train. TikTokers are eating frozen honey. Experts say it could give them diarrhea. Oh man, I really hope so. Y'all buy chocolate. I make my own. We are not the same. You go, Willy Wonka. Physics guys inventing dark matter instead of just admitting their models don't work. Dudes really took the canopy from the table and used it as an umbrella. Live look from the handicapped parking section at my grandpa's eye appointment. Just found out that Japanese emperor caterpillars go their whole life, and it made my day. What do y'all think about my lunch? I harass children on your app. She can hear colors. People have big ears. That's an insecurity. Shh, she might hear you. Ceremonial fungal mask. Do you know about the mushroom man? I don't want to know about the mushroom man. Perhaps he wants to know you. Do you ever just look at some photos and go, how the hell did anyone manage to take that train car that was leaking corn? What a fantastic day to be a squirrel. I've been waiting for 5 minutes to order my food and realized the employee is behind the counter playing on his phone. I'm going to a new school soon, and I'm pretty strong, so I'm thinking about becoming a bully. Any beginner tips? This is such a funny ask. I'm not even going to touch it. 2 years sober, alcohol, gay thoughts, showering in the morning, showering at night, people with common sense. Treat spiders the way you want to be treated. Killed without hesitation. If pro wrestling is fake, explain this. I dropped my apple in the toilet. Did you decide? Oh, I'm going to the bathroom. Better bring me an apple. Basically, yes. Why is there a cat? He was helping. My brother came into my room and asked if I knew who Edgar Allan Poe is, and then read me one of his quotes. Now he's doing this in my mirror. 2 men and a truck. That's 3. He's the truck. That explains it. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. He visits his brother and gives him haircuts while he's battling brain and lung damage. Much respect. It's a Toblerone Deuteron. So this is what rich people do for fun. My mom used to buy me this Chinese food as a kid, but she had to stop because the red sauce would make me go crazy and hurt myself and others. others. I am at my most insecure when Microsoft Word asks if I want to save changes to a document when I'm sure I didn't make any. How lucky are you? Me. Yeah, this sucks. I just realized I have been applying to jobs with this as my Gmail icon. My little cousin is 12 and going through his first breakup. Don't fall in love. All women are cheating, lying. Bro, delete this incel post. Guys, what should my 10,000th tweet be? So stupid. Is that a meteor? Thinking about the time in college when a pet smart worker diagnosed my gecko with autism, and then I took him to the vet, and he said that gecko's brains aren't big enough to have autism. I can't breathe. It was really embarrassing walking into the vet and saying my gecko has autism, and him saying that's just not possible. Farting in the chemistry exam to let my friends know the answer is gas. What happens when the answer is solid or liquid? There's nothing cooler than casually walking away after blowing something up. Saw this in Target's parking lot, ran in, bought some, and then left them there. I hate peas. Any advice for this situation? Do you try turning it off and on? Try refreshing it. How am I supposed to refresh it when I am the one in need of a refreshment? Can we please normalize picking your nose? I don't care if it's unsanitary. As soon as I wake up, I gotta hit the mines, not the mines. Of course, it goes without saying that I am hopelessly dependent on the ingot. When you find the pug, just like it, okay? This took me forever. I still didn't find it. I'm never going to recover from this. Posting a thirst trap and replying, I have a boyfriend, to every single comment, regardless of what it says. Power move. I have a boyfriend. This would normally be weird, but it's Minneapolis and it's Lake Street, so it's totally normal. My son didn't want to do his work and stabbed our all-in-one with a screwdriver. Sorry for your loss. Is it an open or closed casket for the child's wake? My son begged for this stupid shark, the souvenir shop, then photobombed my picture. It's now my favorite picture from our visit to the Oregon coast. Breaking. Following his resign, Boris Johnson has escaped to the sea. Give me some clever responses to getting dress coded, because this is getting annoying. Nuh-uh. These freshman dorms are sending me. Evil women are 100% more compelling. If I wanted to see an evil man, I would just go outside. Men are the best, though. I think there are so many good boys to enjoy. I'm a lesbian. I didn't mean romantically, just as people. Men aren't people. When I was 9 or 10, I used to have this as my wallpaper. It was almost motivational. It gave me unexplainable power. My college does themed backgrounds, depending on the week, and this is their anti-bullying week 1. Bad Girl 675 strikes again. Guys really live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. Some supporters have obviously found the techniques to drink alcohol in stadiums in Qatar. Taking the risk to get thrown in a Middle Eastern jail for an IPA is wild. I left my AirPods while getting sushi and the lady came back and gave it to me like this. I'm screaming. Always be sure to provide ample parking when presenting a Google document. This picture is so profoundly adorable. I started tearing up. It's like seeing a photo of my own son. The poor girl actually stopped walking. When red light shows her, wait, Markiplier, before feeding me bird seeds out of his palms. Here, trying to act like I didn't just get hit with a wave of sadness in the middle of hanging out. My local Morrison's is selling actual sacks of wet eggs. This is the most wretched and cursed item I have ever witnessed. Stadiums are a great study of how little space people take up and how much space their cars need. The drive-through line was taking forever, so the guy in front of me started measuring random things out of his window. Animals that went extinct because of humans, skill issue. My mom did not think I would survive on my own. How's living alone? Not so easy, huh? Touché. This man has been sending me psychic attacks for weeks now, and I can't even attack back because he has a protective crystal. Very upset. The adult version of being sent to the principal's office. Just ran into George Washington on Omegle. I love images. Bad news. They are deleting every image soon. Proof? Yeah, just give me a second to pull up the image I took as proof. Oh no. When I was 10, I went to Switzerland, and the only photo I took of was a worm in the street. Artists be like, yeah, this is the greatest song I've ever made. Let's make it 122 long. Oh man, not sure how I missed Apparently, PETA and Old Bay have been having a billboard battle in Maryland. I love when they draw a carrot on top of a carrot cake, just to remind you that this ain't no ordinary cake you're dealing with. My boyfriend bought me a Hello Kitty ring. I went to Walmart to shoplift some knees, but I was caught because I dropped them all. Dude, I went to check out at Walmart and dropped to my knees. Just watch someone drop to their knees in a Walmart. You're just going to lift weights, read old books, buy land, raise a loving family, and ignore the news forever. Yes. What if the reason you haven't found your soulmate yet is because you have no soul? Got some hungover people at the house this morning. I'm not gonna lie, if I walked outside hungover and homie had this on the grill, it might get real. What? 2012 was arguably the corniest year in recorded human history because you need to see a 15-minute old baby goat. Other mammals seem so much happier to be born than humans do. Talk to a person who calls themselves boring, looks inside their soul, a kind and respectable human being with own hopes, dreams, and talents. He may be small, but he holds a ginormous place in our hearts. We love you. Go to hell. Late night talks here hit different. My parents are fighting because my mum was letting a big spider live in the kitchen window because he's perfect for Halloween, and my dad killed it. I have a question. What does this setting mean? If you ever get in an accident, you can hit this to rewind time so you can avoid it. Lots of people don't know this. Me, a sensible boy, feeling a tickle. Just your leg. Here, calm down. Caveman brain. It has so many spiders. Oh, they call them ships because of relationship. What did you think it meant? Boat. I had a brain-eating amobia once. Poor fella died of hunger. About to get thrown out of here, for obvious reasons. This is how I would kiss my dear wife if I was a deer and married. Having a 2-year-old is like living with a little gnome from a folktale that you have to trick into doing things, because if you ask it directly, it will curse you. If you zoom in, you will see a clown. Don't do this. I hate winter. Guys, on any day, without any bugs or sweaty armpits. New growth fir lumber is so soft, I can literally gnaw through it, take bites from it, and they build houses from this stuff. Disgraceful. This is how I feel, eating ice cream out of a cone. Hey you guys, my friend just told me I have a stain on my shirt. Embarrassing. And he's put his finger on my shirt to indicate where it is. I'm gonna look down so I can assess the stain situation. How could he? I left my cat with my parents for 2 weeks, and my mum made a book. Ricky Goes to Grandma's and Grandpa's House, 2019. History of rock, paper, scissors games. All ties. Rock advantage. Balance. A local bar has metal coasters made from cars wrecked in drunk driving accidents for St. Patrick's Day. This is absolutely a bone-chilling kind of thing to see. I'm really mad at how accurate this is. A moment of silence for our fallen bearded brother who sacrificed himself for the sake of this disgustingly accurate illustration. My state just elected a guy who looks like a Wojak. I want to end everything. Bob Marley, get up, stand, voice. Stop now. Don't email my wife. We dropped a tree on our job site and found 2 baby woodpeckers in it, so we cut it out and taped it to the other tree. Mama's back to feeding. Great employees. This is the most perfect, wonderful tattoo cover-up that has ever existed. Help me. I can't stop laughing. 3 years ago today, I accidentally airdropped this to my teacher, and then he projected it in front of the whole class to ask who did it. A mailman who suspiciously looked like my 8-year-old put this in my mailbox this morning. Joel Berry. Urgent mail. Open immediately. Dear Joel Berry, for your kid, you must let them watch Iron Man tonight. From government. Why does this only happen when I'm in public? The poor, unsuspecting person behind me. Me trying to quickly scroll past. The weirdest post gods could have thrown upon my dash. Like, this has to be some sort of universal experience of DoorDash be like, $8.93 for your meal. Delivery fee, $3.99. Total, $840. Grinch is a sled dog. Grinch is very strong. This is a metaphor for my life. That poor cat is so confused. After a few messages and a revisit to this post, I've decided that this is not a cat. There's a lot of problems with AI art, but someone on Facebook made these dashcam sightings of Gwyneth Paltrow, and I'm highly amused. This reminded me of this awesome image I made in freshman year of high school. I'm glad I can mute during class, because the entire time I was taking notes, I was snickering and saying, smell that, out loud to myself. Smell that? Gucci gloves. I want to kill my what? A Moscow farm has decided to equip its cows with VR glasses in order to relax and feel happy. A calm environment leads to an increase in milk yield, so the cows are given a VR headset displaying summer fields. This is literally the plot of The Matrix. A world where a baby elephant has a fluffy ostrich as a pillow is my kind of world. Chipotle was, I don't know, I didn't particularly enjoy it. 2 out of 10. Kendall Jenner is the cucumber from her viral moment, obsessed with the way she never serves. My vibe lately has been the 2nd or 3rd anamorph stage, when you're trying to pet your dog and it leaves the room. 1 to 2. Hurts just a little bit. This is the ideal urban transportation. You may not like it, but this is what peak urbanism looks like. Ain't no way this guy is sitting in the restaurant ordering crackers. The lady of the lake is pretty chill. Her cousin, the witch of the waterfall, is a little less sociable. My 94-year-old great-grandpa built this town by hand for over 3 years. He's incredibly talented. All he wants is for more people to enjoy his work. Lindsay Lohan has welcomed her first child. Page 6 reports is such a beautiful name. Imagine being run down by the Mamma Mia Ben. This is actually the only way I can be killed. A store in Japan thought fucking was just American slang for really good. This is how men who eat dessert and drink pink lemonade listen to music. Well, I drink pink lemonade and I don't listen to music like this. Please stop spreading misinformation. I will leave it in the video to educate others. Thanks. Went to bed at midnight. This was all comfy in my bed. It was so darn comfy that it wouldn't leave. I called animal control. No dice. So thanks to my boyfriend's advice, bagged it in the sheets, rolled it out in front front yard, and it just lumbered off like it was insulted. A moose raised from a baby and used by this Canadian in his logging business. The moose leaves for a few weeks in the spring, but always returns. Petter came to Nebraska and bought a bunch of our live lobsters and freed them onto the Missouri River. The Missouri River is fresh water. Lobsters are salt water. Yeah, they died. Thanks, Petter. I left my bearded dragon in my bed when I went to class since it was cold, because there was no power, and this is what I came home to. This elevator does not go up or down. It goes isosceles triangle and left. Who the hell let Willy Wonka design another elevator? My cousin's rehab took in an abandoned baby beaver, and this is a PSA that beavers are, officially, the cutest baby animals, ready to join the airport gang. Table held up by buckets resting on it. Physics. Somewhere in the world, a physics professor writes the perfect exam question. I checked my phone and genuinely had the biggest fright of my life over the Simpsons tapped icon. I can't wait to be old. I'm going to go to diners alone to make young people sad. I might even pull a picture of my still alive wife to really get those tears rolling. Just a nice landscape photo. Nothing else to see her. I hate my life. Just got the new iPhone. Can't believe pirates would just make this up for clout. Bro, did you just seriously talk during independent reading time? Visual novel fans. Yo, this gameplay is fire. The gameplay. I found this 7-month-old kitty hanging around my shop. Super friendly with everyone. Covered in grime, dirt, oil. I decided to bring him home and let him live the life he deserves since he's a good dude. About had it with losing remotes. Cringe pig versus based firefighter. Wait, a dog is in that building. I'm going back. My dog escaped the yard today and my neighbor sent me this picture. Caption of the year. A university student crossed University Avenue in shorts today. He wouldn't give his name because his mum said he would be mad at him. I will never understand people who get in the fast lane just to drive the speed limit. Move over, buddy. This lane is for crime. Alligators can live up to 100 years, which is why there is an increased chance that they will see you later. Argument at family dinner. Wife whispers to me, don't start taking sides this time. Why not? Sliding roast potatoes in pocket. They're too busy yelling to notice. Blood thinks he is a lord of the Middle Ages, so he doesn't have to pay his bills. Some bloggers went to a Michelin-starred restaurant called Bros and published possibly the funniest and most horrifying image I've seen in years. Another course, a citrus foam, was served in a plaster cast the chef's mouth. Absent utensils, we were told to lick it out of the chef's mouth in a scene that I'm pretty sure was stolen from an Eastern European horror film. I hate the fact that I have to talk about this. It won't be in detail, but yes, I have a hatred for minors. You would too if you were traumatized by one years ago and had to go through multiple sessions of therapy for it. So yes, I have intense hatred for minors. Don't push it. Evil teams in Pokemon when they get defeated by a 14-year-old. Dads be like, go help your mother. Bro, go help your wife. What do men have that even comes close to this feeling? Finding a stick like this. Hear me out. Walled cities. I think they're due for a comeback. Hey.
Not talk?
Man, I got a lot going on lately. When you flirt with a girl, but then she flirts back. Interesting reaction, but what does it mean? We're living in the most exciting time in human history. How 90% of young men live. I saw OF on my son's bank statement. When you're stressed about money and your main financial burden comes to comfort you. Yeah, I would have become Darth Vader if I had lost her too. Bro, Tom was really going through some stuff. I'm attracted to guys that are mean. What's up, you stupid bitch? I understand girls have it harder than guys. I get it, man, but guys have it hard too. We don't get makeup. If you're ugly, you're fucked, dude. This is Ryan. He's my best friend ever. He drove 3 hours to take me out to eat. Love him like a brother. For the love of everything, let that guy do the deed. I saw this guy popping bubble wrap during a traffic jam on the freeway and thought, now there's a man who can handle anything. I just stubbed my toe. Did I scream and cry like a baby? No, of course not. A baby does not have the lung capacity to do what I just did. Total Drama Island aired in 2007, yet the nerd loser wanting a goth girlfriend is still a relevant joke. 3rd grade me, having my mum sign my reading log, claiming I read 7 hours a day for the whole summer. For the company picnic, management decided that due to liability issues, we could only have 1 beer per person. I was fired for ordering the cups. This kid had lost his dad in the crowd and freaked out until he saw the Flash and Wonder Woman. He went up to the Flash to ask him for help because he knows him. 3 months of dieting versus 3 days of cheating. Crazy fact, eating 3 pizzas a day is more healthy for you than being dead. Do I look good? Ew, no. Do I look good? Of course, you look amazing. Me and my dad's nuts, fighting off potential cancer curers, world leaders or brain surgeons, just to be born severely autistic and afraid of women. When my mom finds out nobody sits with me at lunch, and I have to explain to her what a Sigma male is again. I am literally Ryan Gosling. Your ancestors, watching you fumble a baddie. Unfortunately for frogs, it's common for them to jump in wet concrete. To die is just another nameless, countless frog. Or to live a century, immortalized in the folly of men. And your first wish is triple world hunger. And your second? Double student debt. Gaston was a village hero. He provided food, rejected women for a respectable woman, wanted to start a family, and died protecting the village from a werewolf and his prisoner. Both of these men are 84 years old. The choice is yours to make. Nice freaking meme, bro. Boy dinner. Grandma to her friends. This is my big, strong, handsome grandson. Me. This guy was motivating people at the gym when one of the homies can't make it to the function, but he says he will be there in spirit. He wasn't lying. A notice at anime conventions due to attendees' body odor. Showers are cool. Take one today. Scientists ponder when our ancestors first started cranking the hog. Did you know if you hold an ermine up to your ear, you can hear what it's like to be attacked by one? Why do men feel the need to go through things alone? Because you are not going to be doing nothing but ask me if I'm okay 47 times. This dude just wiped half of the universe, then just straight up T-posed. This dude watched me grow up from Arizona iced tea and chips to backwoods and coffee. The dude that has to write the terms of service that nobody ever reads. Damn dude, save some women for the rest of us. Are you really rich? If you're asking if I have above $5 in my bank account, then the answer is yes. Stop when I say a number too high. $10. Yeah, I would stop there. It took me that many beers to buy a gilded drink. A husky next to a wolf. Trust me, you are not that guy. Google turned 25 years old today. Leonardo DiCaprio just switched to Yahoo. The common thoughts of a man walking down the street. I can take him. I can take him. Barely. Damn. Check your brakes. Damn. Steak sounds good. What kind of bird is that? Oh, never mind. Stares at the sun. Guesses time. Is off by 14 minutes. Hey, hi. Cool hair. Thank you. Sorry. I literally don't know how to talk to women. Best of luck with everything. My wife was tired of our dog sleeping in our bed at night, so I decided to build him his own house. Favorite actor? Johnny Sins. Thanks, kid. When you live in America and you want to surprise your girlfriend by taking her to the most expensive place in the city, the masculine urge to wander in the forest with a stick when she has enough red flags to sail the 7 seas, but you want to be the captain. Police are asking anyone who recognizes this man to get in touch. Let's play hide and seek. I will hide and you will seek professional help. Some hustle to be seen. I grind to disappear. Medieval kings really were like, that's my emotional support, silly little guy. Dude just cruised past me, riding a lawn chair taped to an electrical skateboard. Now I'm questioning all of my life choices. Bro, I absolutely hate the beach. It's so dirty and understimulating. But my wife wants to sit out here all day. No games, no TV, no nothing. Like, you've seen one wave. You've seen them all. Let's wrap it up. Dude saw me struggling on the quiz and then handed me a pencil. Alright. Time to relax. Boots up an extremely stressful video game. I went to his house for our first date, and this is what he made for us to eat. This is some of the finest cuisine I have ever seen. One time I broke up with a guy via voicemail, and his band recorded a guitar riff over it and used it as a song intro. Police are in pursuit of a golf cart in the San Fernando Valley. Oh my god. I don't know how to describe it, but this is exactly what paleontologists are supposed to look like. Camouflage that actually works. The minimum a guy should send for. Where the hell do you live where breakfast is $50 and $80 for lunch? Men only have 2 moods. I legitimately do not want to be here anymore. Show me your body. Men receiving their first ever bunch of flowers at their funeral. A man spends an average of 7 hours a year hiding in the bathroom for peace and quiet, according to a study. Dude, where do you even find all these memes? I can't tell you. Why? You won't need me anymore. My grandpa's screen time is elite. Oh well, I guess she can't come home tonight. Guys when their friend says he can't come. 6-year-old me after getting $1 from the Tooth Fairy. To the men who randomly stopped texting a girl after you used to talk to her all day, every day. Why did you stop? I was always the one who was initiating conversations. I stopped initiating the conversations to see if she would, and she never did. So I figured she just didn't care about me, so I should stop trying. Trying to act calm and confident with social anxiety. POV, me looking at my barber, knowing I'm going to have to wear a hat at school for the next 2 months. Sorry, I don't mean to cry like this. It's okay, bro. Just let it all out. I'm here for you. Hi. Hello there. First game. Hey, congrats. You won your first game. Thank you. Gears of War characters are so unrealistic. It's comedic. Nobody looks like that. The Gears of War character designer. Nobody, gym dudes. Guys with pillows on their bed. Always two there are. No more, no less. Girls with pillows on their bed. 200,000 pillows already, with a million more well on the way. My parents in the 1980s. Let's move closer to the city. Yes, it will be easier to find work. Me, in 2023. I need to get as far away from civilization as possible and start homesteading. I never make the same mistake twice. I make it 5 or 6 times, just to be sure. It is wild to me that there are people alive right now who are approaching 120 years of age. Can you imagine turning 90, coming to peace with yourself, then 30 years later, you're like, okay, this isn't funny anymore for real. Do you really think life was simpler when you saw Megan Fox in Transformers 2007? Kinda. There is a tortoise at work, and he's 30 years old, and I love the fact he's 30 years old, because I can look at this animal that is 3 years older than me and go, does the man want his epi slices? And he hustles over, because the man does want his epi slices. My boyfriend just asked me to marry him 2 days ago. I'm so excited. 2 days ago, and you didn't tell me? I might just have to rethink our friendship. Hey bro, I got married 3 years ago, but I forgot to tell you. Congrats. I was starting to think you were gay. Me playing Smash with 3 friends, currently in the lead. That one guy. He's still got 3 lives, despite being a secondary character in The Little Mermaid. Prince Eric would be the most legendary king in all of Disney. The man, on his wedding day, skewered a kraken with the mast of his ship in front of dozens of witnesses that he personally saved, and the god of the sea gave him his favorite daughter as a prize. I would like to introduce you to my religion. What's your religion? I'm interested. Me and my adult friends in the pregame lobby, about to lose to some 12-year-olds. Negligent discharge. Negligent. I don't know how to say this word. Never smoking that again. Ended up at the BioShock McDonald's. Parents got a new cat they named Lord, and this morning I heard my dad in the other room say, I would have to advise against that decision, my lord. Followed by a crashing sound. She's crazy, bro. I'm done with her. Her, come over. Me. When your girlfriend is kissing another guy, but you can't do anything because that's her husband. What? Me. About to leave a bench. Person. Sits next to me. Me. Waiting a few extra minutes before leaving so I don't hurt that person's feelings. Look at you. You're tired, but you ain't giving up. A new social media trend to ask the men in their lives how often they think about ancient Rome reveals that it crosses the minds of many men on a weekly basis, even daily, or more, to the surprise and confusion of their loved ones. An American eats 2 million pizzas every day. Guys making 3 friends at the start of school and never socializing again. How are you supposed to have a full-time job, cook and clean, maintain relationships, and work on your own little projects? Seems fake. Your stupidness is disadvantageous. I propound you with all vamus with great importunity. Oh crap, it's a thesaurus, boosting your ugly friend up to go talk to females. Father, tell me, where did I come from? It is a long story, my son. Tell me everything. Men discussing literally anything. Men discussing Lego Star Wars. International Men's Day. Men who did not know it existed. Dude, how do you manage to be cool all the time? Because I don't get into arguments with stupid people. I just cut it short and say, you are right. But that's completely irrational and wrong. You are right. Living in a you're so hot world, but Peter Griffin said, I hope the light at the end of the tunnel features your silhouette. Otherwise, I would not want to go. Too much butter. Wrong pan used. Did not cook this steak well enough. Poor choice of toppings. You should also never smack a steak like that. Okay, Gordon Ramsay. You will be able to book Shrek's Swamp starting October 13th. Later in life, an Alzheimer's-stricken Ronald Reagan would rake leaves from his pool for hours, not realizing they were being replenished by his Secret Service agents. A family lost their dog during Hurricane Sandy. After searching 1.5 years and giving up hope, they decided to adopt another dog. The first candidate the adoption counselor brought out was their lost dog. If Optimus Prime gave you a speech about standing up to the World War zombies, would you do it? Jeremy Wade, when he hears about a body of water with 23 confirmed deaths from a catfish that weighs 200 pounds more than him. Thousands of torches placed in terraced fields by villagers, praying for a good harvest in China. It looks like Minecraft. POV, we entered the night on a win after losing 45 games in a row. Guys will literally build an igloo for sniping instead of going to therapy. Have an ice cold cup of water to replenish your body. Grandfather who quit drinking still hasn't opened his last beer. I always go for dangerous guys. I guess I'm into bad boys. Me. Men are insensitive pigs who do not understand true sadness. Girls are boring and basic. This meme is dumb. Yes. Dudes when the goth dominant girl with an absent dad, a mother that doesn't acknowledge them, attachment and expression issues, and in need of constant external validation, turns out to be a horrible girlfriend. Please understand the difference. They are both ugly. What's the difference? The one on the left will not stop talking about how good drugs are, while the one on the right judges you for not being vegan and smells exclusively of cigarette ash. Yes, I'm a boy. Yes, I knit things. This guy should be some sort of DC villain. Literally had a customer come up to me as I was making her drinks and said, "Your name shouldn't be Finn. It means fair-haired and you have dark hair." Thanks, man. Walks up to a guy named John. "You are not the Baptist. When your son gets locked up, free my boy when your son escapes. What did your friend do that accidentally put you in the mood?" Me and my roommate at the time got along well with this one girl. One day, she came to our apartment for some video gaming. It was getting late. My roommate had already gone to sleep. I was playing the game and she was watching next to me. All of a sudden, she laid her head on my shoulder. I developed a major crush from just that. Sucks to be her. She's my wife now. My husband once said if he got catcalled, he would take it as a compliment instead of being offended. To teach him a lesson, I got some woman from work to catcall him during his jog today. And then he came home so happy and confident that now I can never tell him the truth. I still remember one time a girl honked a horn at me and like not a day, what's up? And a smile at me from 17 years ago. Guys, the history of marathons is kinda whack. A guy in ancient Greece died after running 26 miles, and what do we do to honor him? We run 26 miles and not die. People decided to just flex on him for the rest of eternity. If anyone pulls something like that on me, it's instant hands. There is a really good looking guy in my accounting class, and his Instagram was on private, so I sent a follow request during class, and he looked over at me, then declined the request. "I'll come work out. Did you invite yourself to my house? A first date of being sweaty isn't really my thing. You don't have to work out. You're inviting yourself to my house for me to watch you work out. You don't have to watch. Wait, so you are inviting yourself to my home to use my gym equipment alone?" "Yes, ma'am. This is my Uber driver, Benny. He took me to the hospital and is keeping me company since most of my family lives out of the state. When you are afraid that your cat might make a speech, she's flying into a gamer rage. How do you report someone on chess.com? Men just have a special way with words. Please, baby, I'm sorry. My beautiful princess with a disorder, talk to me. My dad is 56, pursuing a modeling career, and I've never seen him happier. He told me he's just waiting for a chance to blow up. So, Twitter, meet my dad. Letting everyone at the office know I'm a gym rat. Babe, please stop posting every deranged thought you have. 2 likes. Oh, this one's a banger. This spot is reserved to honor our dear friend, John. Rest in peace. Be kind to each other. Smile often. Live like John. How to troll society as a whole. Start industrial revolution. There's plastic in my blood. Winning trophy for our first annual Beer Golf Scramble. Each beer is -1 in your score. Our team finished -61 on the day. Losing an F-35 because the pilot put it on autopilot before ejecting, and then not being able to track it because it's too good of a stealth fighter is probably the funniest possible fuck up in modern military history. I call to the UK, join the global European standard for plugs. Makes sense. It's not an ideological issue, just common sense. Imagine dabbing him up and then bringing it in for a hug. This is the best post of all time. Just person after person in the replies, learning for the first time who this guy is, and I cannot believe what they're reading about him. I made a Play-Doh seahorse, and my daughter attacked me and pulled my hair and threw a chair over my head. Man documents his life as the third wheel for 3 years, with selfies. Dad tries on a fursuit. My family and furries. I can see despair in his eyes, and I can't even see his eyes. What the heck is this channel even doing? Why is the banana one 10 minutes long? Boot your ex's car for $28.99. Move on for $0. Got married. Please don't share your personal problems here. It's showtime for this pole dancing subway rat. I could be extremely tired, but I ain't sleeping with this issue. They should build a big river across America so you can go across it by boat. Building it would create a lot of jobs too. I don't know what the lady in front of me is planning, but she is going to celebrate with Krispy Kremes. False eyes versus actual eyes. Amazing. Is this true? Of course it's true. It literally says it right there. Starbucks unveils $7 wake-up slab. My favorite part of this image is how professionally she is delivering that slab. Could people do backflips slash front flips in ancient times? Did they think it was cool? Photobombing my girlfriend for an entire month before proposing to her. My gummy edibles melted into a fat puck and I just can't be bothered. My brain tickles. I don't want to cause a panic, but I think there has been an accident in the mustard shop. Been here for 6 hours, now waiting for someone to take over. Please do not leave toaster unattended at any time. Thank you. Just dropped a whole presidential meal. The new hot trend in cyberbullying. Crashing your plane into someone's house in Microsoft Flight Simulator and then sending them the picture. Man, this is just too much drip for a Monday. This church got a damn water slide built into it. I know baptisms at this place are wild, so I ordered a Detective Pikachu plush for my desk at work, and I have to say, this is not how I expected him to be packaged. I was driving to university and found this. Depression ahead. There's a cat in the gay bar, so I don't take pictures of you and tweet. There's a human in the gay bar. Some cats are gay, sis. Driving to the movies with my family, and this banana with a tinfoil hat and wig is sitting under the freeway. Just left the dentist, and he said all of my teeth look like this. I saw a cat at the park and thought it was lost. I live near the park. Please leave me alone. Instead of using actual spray cans, some artists are just cleaning dirt off of certain areas to make their masterpieces, and they are calling it reverse graffiti. I want to go on a shopping trip where I am the only one in the shopping mall and everything I want is free. Let's call it a night robbery. So be it. Fossil of 37 million year old whale found in an Egyptian desert. Rest in peace. It didn't know whales shouldn't go to the desert. Can we give gorillas hot chocolate when they're cold? I'm curious as to what prompted you to ask this. Saw a video of a cold gorilla. Bare essentials. He's a minimalist. Where's all of his inside stuff? Don't need it. Women hate how little it takes for us to be happy. Nothing wrong with keeping it simple, but the least I would do is add a bed frame. I don't deserve a bed frame. I left my gummy bears in the car and they melted into a gummy brick, so I cut them into strips and now I have a really messed up gummy worms. Behind the scenes of Godzilla, 1998. Man, why didn't they just have this guy fight him off? Dude's huge. No, they banned chilling. You're right, man. I will be one of these days. Keep thinking that, bro. When you count, your lips don't touch until 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they don't. Go to sleep. Why does my dad use this nice thermos to keep his burritos warm? Who is he? His name's Boys Kissing. Look him up on Google. Okay. Whoa, mama. Man, what the hell did I do? Don't ever set foot in southern India. The Benadryl account admin replying to the 27th. I took 20. Tweet in the past hour. For real. Just took 20. We take matters like this very seriously. I'm literally a serial Instagram story liker. Like, wow, you got your nails done today. Yay. Ah, your dog is playing in the grass. Yay. Ah, you love the same song as me. Yay. Yeah, I have a boyfriend. You wouldn't know him. He digs in the dirt for roly-polies. I miss VHS tapes and CDs. I miss feeding my computer and television yummy treats. Now, they're eating nothing. They're being born without mouths. Hey guys, when you say something is for the girls and for the gays, can you include me in that as well? The girls, the gays, and Coleman, if that's not too much trouble. Thanks guys. Who said girls with depression can't wear tube tops? Literally nobody has ever said that. Straight hands, who's winning? Stuart Little or Remy from Ratatouille? With Kidzone closing at Universal, I'm going to say it. Donkey looks 10 times better in Hollywood than he does in Orlando. I don't know why, but I lie about everything. What are you eating? Pizza. Water is like the oldest beverage ever, and somehow has no nickname. No one is ever like, sure, could go for a cup of that clear, or whatever. Huge oversight. Sipping on that moist, all splashy. Dear Sphere people, give the people what they want. Literally, why did he do this? Seems legit. Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Free tours, free candy, studios. Okay, it's absolutely imperative that the audience knows which one is a girl wolf and which one is a boy wolf. Studios, every single time. Okay, wait, I got this. Remember folks, you can only swing 16 times to the left before the excavator unscrews itself. It's hard to believe no one has ever accidentally eaten our wax. I chew it like gum afterwards as a little treat. When you sit in a weird position for a long time and you move and then your foot feels like this. The most accurate description of anything accurate ever in the history of accuracy. I loved the deaf girl at my school. Today, she was wearing a shirt that said, I am so not listening. If you're good at something, never do it for free. You are. That'll be $5. I just can't stop. Flashlight, 36 hours. Cows are so gentle and the prettiest. Driver of the Uber stair car says he was using the Uber app, which he says directed him down the stairs. When he gets in the tub, sometimes he purrs so loud that the shampoo bottles fall over. True power. End my suffering. Hello, doink me. body, you can be refreshed. I'm all natural. So this man's best friend pretended to be his wife on his wedding day. Let's not forget when guys drank my grandma's olive oil, thinking it was alcohol, and were flexing it. Just came back from Oppenheimer. Not great, not terrible. Never felt so robbed. Outrage over unfilled chocolate donut. I feel bad for people who go to war. What if you have a tummy ache on the battlefield and didn't want to fight that day? What was I going on about? I didn't know eggs were this expensive. It's time to lay my own, I fear. 8 months worth of sunflower seeds. Best snack on the planet. A squirrel, or perhaps a cardinal, posted this. I finally got a girlfriend. Sigh. When will I be loved? Will you be my girlfriend? Yeah, I'll take anything at this point. She seems great. She's not. How I start sleeping versus how I end up. Why do I end up sitting straight up in my sleep? Ignore how many blankets I use. This is how an alien would brand a diner if it was trying to lure humans in for food / abduction. Local diner. On the menu. Burger. The ocean is so funny. What is this? Pro tip. If you're at a drive-thru, please don't stare directly at the people making your food, like you are about to climb through the window and hurt them. You look like this, by the way. No internet interaction will ever again reach the high of chaos. Does Germany still exist? Official German government. Yes, thanks. In 1910, there was a baseball team of death row inmates. Their executions were delayed, only as long as they kept winning. No pressure. Imprisoned by memories. Imprisoned by regret. The mind is the most terrible jailer of them all. In the future, they will invent a horse printer that can print horses. No, they won't. Yes, they will. Ah, refreshing. 0% better. Me, after my 15-minute break at work. Me, after sleeping a healthy 8 hours. Banned from gardening forum for saying, it was me. Every time someone posted and said, help, something is eating my tomatoes. Having some guests over and just want to make sure they can find the bathroom right. I need ideas, people. Big ideas. Everyone. What if we did all of our movies again? Cigar drops out of mouth. Meanwhile in IKEA, 20 years of pickup truck design progress in one photo. It's so sad that they've been selectively bred for size and aesthetic over their health. Look at that pushed in muzzle. There is no way the one on the right can breathe properly. $100 when I was a kid. OMG, I can buy so many things with this. $100 no. I guess I can buy some groceries. The soul is not a tiny ball in your chest. It actually looks different depending on who you are. Loki sees him and unhand me were huge for the English language. One of them has to go. Which one? People who dislike dark chocolate are childish. Want me to cut the crusts off your bread too?
Goo goo gaga, baby.
I don't care. I hate the crusts. I like eating nerds because I'm secretly hungry for aquarium gravel, and this takes the edge off. The image isn't loading, but I swear, if it's that realistic cat smurf again. My Roman Empire is that pigeons were domesticated by humans 10,000 years ago, only to be suddenly abandoned and deemed dirty, and now can barely build their own nests because they don't know how, and live around humans because that's all they know. Look at these stupid pictures I found in the woods near my house. Unsolved mysteries are just mysteries. What is so stupid, but it actually really works. I drank creek water and got 8 days off of work. Today I came across goats playing on a trampoline while I was driving around, and it was the happiest thing I've ever seen. This couple got wedding rings with the waveform of their own voices saying, I do. Thinking about when I was 12 and I posted, so many houses, never had a home, on my Facebook, and my mum printed it out to use in a custody battle with my dad. I don't know what my nephew and Toby were talking about, but they went on laughing for hours. This is insane to think about. Fascinating, but untrue. Tokyo is in Japan, not England. Halloween costume. That is terrifying. Me on my way to steal your significant other. Oh, you can keep them. My uncle is out here posting pictures of his breakfast in jail. You all have got no excuse to not text back. Bruh, I'm at homegirl's apartment and literally nothing has a top. This is giving me anxiety. Fresh hell just dropped. Here's what it might be like to travel on a double-decker airplane seat. This new generation doesn't know the pain we went through when these two guys were popular. Are Americans even real? Because how can they go to the store like this? I made my cat an Instagram and now the other cat is trying to get with him. You're so handsome. I want to be your lady someday. You're my man crush. Perfect tongue. You're in her DMs. I am eating 5 corn dogs for breakfast. India landed on the moon for less than it costed to make Interstellar. How much does a toilet cost in India? Probably less than your sister's OF. Garfield objects I'm obsessed with are these Zodiac-themed ceramics. Like, is there not something utterly biblical about these? These are like 40 per 20 pounds. Everyone out there like, the economy, the economy. But no one wants to eat the $2 per pound gorilla oats. I tried to Uber Eats her favorite food, and this happened. I think her little brother answered the door, but I relayed the message. Well, she doesn't have a little brother. but it's all good. Thanks for delivering the food, bro. Damn. People over 50, watching their bird feeders. My boyfriend bought me a present yesterday. Already almost lost it on the bathroom floor. My German Shepherd isn't allowed on my bed. When I caught him, he rolled off and tried to act casual. My friend had hockey practice last night. He did not check his bag before leaving and found this while in the locker room. A friend of the family is looking after my cat temporarily. He texted me this morning. What is wrong with your cat? Hi, Grandma. Can you come pick me up from my rap battle? It's over. No, I lost. He saw you drop me off and did a pretty devastating rhyme about it. I hope I'm not a person to you guys, but a manifestation of the autistic 1800s British adventurous spirit. I came to this store with my little brother and saw this blurry trail cam footage of Danny DeVito transforming into a werewolf in the wilderness. I feel like one of these would kill a European. Yeah, this would definitely kill me. I am now unstoppable. Bananaception. Elon Musk's business partner says he could build the real Jurassic Park with genetically engineered dinosaurs. There are 5 films on why this is a bad idea. This is cool until you blink and suddenly everything is expired. Ah! If you explained homosexuality to Meta Knight, he would stare into the sunset and go, I see. Always a kid at heart. Happy 38th birthday to me. Why would you do this to yourself? You've made a mistake, bro. What mistake? I'm right. You are right. I will correct it. I did it on purpose. Unfortunately, I'm not addicted to the grind. I am addicted to the unwind. I love chilling and relaxing and overall taking it easy. Him. You better not be a unique, cute, interesting and unique fish when I get home. Her. YouTube is my life. I will die for my subscribers. It's some real stuff. I meet the love of my life there. I gain friends. It's all a part of the YouTube life. Let's pretend it doesn't say Instagram. Squirrels have gone wild because they're celebrating an acorn surplus. They needed this. Me saying, but hey, things happen. After telling the most traumatic event of my life. My favorite part of the gym is gnawing on this between the sets. When you in dark scare cave but you came prepared. Cool. Alright, does this go inside or outside the tub? You're supposed to have 2. One for the inside, that's clear, and one for the outside, that's patterned. Students stuck for hours on 6 Flags Over Texas ride while storms blew through. I would have been chilling up there, thinking about what to spend my money on, because I'm suing someone. So my wife gave me a ride to martial arts, but it's Thursday, not Friday, and now I'm all dressed up in a parking lot like my parents dropped me off in 1983 and never came back. What's the matter, babe? You've barely touched our matching e-girl, e-boy, ogre cakes. Just ordered, so I can finally have some deep afternoon naps. My son dislocated his knee at his homecoming dance, doing the stanky leg for 45 minutes. I wish I was making this up. Bro was putting so much damn stanky on that leg. Breaking, rare green comet will pass Earth for the first time in 50,000 years in February. Oh my, oh fuck, he's coming. We detected signs of Luigi in this galaxy. Fun fact, if you shout, show yourself, coward, when you get home, your dog will wake up and run into the room because it does not have a good grasp of English, but is happy to see you. There is another juice. White cranberry strawberry flavored juice drink with another juice. Why are there so many words? To any of my corporate baddies out there, if you have Microsoft Teams and you go to the stickers and under the legal tab, you can use the little animated lawyer sharks, which include the funniest stickers known to man. I love when my cat meows at me and I can see her little teeths because she looks like this. My cat being oh so meanies to me, but I can't take her seriously because every time she opens her mouth to yell at me, she becomes a stapler remover. For some reason, this was the most highly requested shower food review. Perhaps people wanted to see me accidentally get it wet and have it dissolve, like that sad raccoon in that viral YouTube video. But I am not a raccoon, I am a man. When something bad happens in my life and I say, let's showbiz baby, and do this. 61 more followers to reach 200 million. If Johnny has 2 apples, my brother made the most upsetting pie I've ever had in my life. My wife just sent me back to work and thinks I'm an idiot, trying out a new barbecue place, and this has to be the saddest looking brisket I've ever seen. I thought this was some firewood. Oh, to be a harvest mouse, living in a European meadow, munching on a little flower for breakfast, climbing up a blade of grass, and swinging on a breeze, enjoying the sunlight. Unreal. Shriveled horror, or hollowed horror, had it looking like a classroom full of killers ready to go on a purge. One of my friends does 4-week meal preps for her and her fiance. I can barely do 1 week for one person. A 4-week-old meal. I'll pass. I tweeted during class and the professor liked my tweet. I got to change my dad's icon. These texts are scaring me. He can't be serious. OJ Simpson says he avoids LA because he feels he may be sitting next to whoever did it. What's the weirdest thing about American culture? Every 20 years or so, they declassify a file that says, "You're right, we did it. What are you going to do about it? The CIA just likes to troll us." I had to interpret for this deaf guy on my flight because the attendant brought his drink wrong and he signed to me, "Tell him how hard can rum and coke be. He's a fucking idiot." I signed. Do I have to say that? He said, "He deserves to know the truth. How it started versus how it's going." This one time, I ate so much salmon, I could barely move. And then my mom was like, "Oh, have some blueberry pie for dessert." And in that moment, I understood what it was like to be a grizzly bear. CRT televisions. I am literally a radioactive black box. Strange signal. Goes in, picture comes out. I will not break for 50 years. Modern televisions. Your TV needs an update. Please connect to the internet. A cop just knocked on my door and told me my dogs were chasing people on bikes. My dogs don't even own bikes. Squirrels use their tails as umbrellas to protect themselves from snow. I told my tattoo artist that I wanted my back piece to be one of those big old Navy ship sails. Furious is an understatement. Way too reckless as a child. I don't know how I've lived this long. If I could pick 3 words that describe myself, they would be, I suck at math. That's 4. There's a book sitting in front of you. In it contains all the bad things people have said about you behind your back. Would you open it? Hell yeah. I would read it so I can find out what people really have to say about me and how I can change my character to be a better person. Read it so you know what order to murder people in. He heard my camera and walked over to check it out. I got deer kisses. My life is complete. Are you a Disney princess? I asked my girlfriend to come out tonight. She said she could go, but she had to bring a cat along. There is no way my grandpa's real name is Grandpa. Ew, why do ugly people like me? Ew, I know I'm not hot, but I'm adorably cute, so that obviously puts me out of your league. Nice try. Next. Haha, I agree with you. All the ugly guys come to me too. Why can't the ugly guys go with the ugly girls, and the hot talented guys go with the pretty girls? I just wish it was that simple, because you're one of the ugly girls. It is that simple. Generation Z is amazing. I asked a paid intern to bring me 50 blank pieces of copier paper, and when she brought them in, they were warm. Turns out that, rather than count them, she set the copier to 50 and printed blank sheets. Genius. Big mistake. Once you've gotten accustomed to having your paper warmed, you can never really go back. I miss my chiropractor. Throwing these at people in school. Please don't crack your back using these. I was standing on the bus back from uni and the driver suddenly braked really hard and this girl flew across the bus and I somehow caught her and without thinking I said, "I think you just fell for me." And I swear to you, the entire bus applauded me. News update. The girl has just added me on Facebook. Dude, you got mad game. Me having a conversation with gang, but she's wearing that jacket half zip. Female Nike tag. Are you serious? You said your phone wasn't working, but I see you commenting. We are seriously over. Don't talk to me ever again. Everyone, using AI abs to get 90s yearbook photos of themselves. Me, Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. My 8-year-old daughter emails me a lot while I'm at work. The ice cream truck always comes with no ice cream whenever it comes here. Why does Minecraft Pocket Edition have to be so expensive? Mom, can I play on the Xbox, please? I promise I will not look in your what the fuck? I ate the last donut. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Tonight's game plan. So, what's your major? Nice. So, what do you want to do with that? Oh wow, that sounds awesome. I could never do that. If applicable. No way. My mom's a nurse. Capitalism breeds innovation was only ever true in the mid-2000s when cell phones kept getting more and more messed up. Healthy and diverse breeding practices. I found a paper I wrote in 5th grade that I got an F on. My prompt was, imagine you are sitting on a cloud. What would you do or see? I wrote, I would see the ground as I fall because I would fall through it. Because in science, you told us that clouds were just water mist. Basically the American education system. Daft Punk's reaction to Miley Cyrus. I was planning to avoid this stuff, but this is way too funny. Oh, it finally showed up on my dash. This is what I love about winter. You wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe it's just to pee or get water or something. You look out of the window and see this. It is so beautiful. It's silent. You have no idea that it's happening until you just look. It almost seems fake. It makes your bed seem way more comfortable for whatever reason. Whoever designed this carpet is evil. That's a flat surface. How to make guests uncomfortable in your home. This is the single greatest thing I have ever seen. His evil twin, Kilometers Morales. Serial killers saw these glasses and were like, yo, hey, do you want the rest of my shake? I'm full. What is wrong with you? Whoever put this up in the airport, I hate you. Dating a religious girl is the best. I cheat, she finds out. Then we pray about it and blame the devil. Isn't it crazy that in 100 years, everyone in this comment section will be dead? Not me though, I'm built different. April 21st, 2028. Bro, what? Men losing their glasses when they turn evil. It's because they can't see the consequences of their actions. Someone stole my phone. phone last week, and I just saw these photos on my iCloud. On February 14th, I will post "I miss us" comments on every couple's photo I see. Put a mirror on the stairs, scare the hell out of everyone. My wife and I are sitting on the couch watching TV, and then I hear a text, realizing I left my phone in the kitchen. I get up, go to the kitchen to check it. It's a text message from my wife. "Please bring the chips on your way back." John Cena accidentally says, "You can't see me," to a blind kid. After finishing a 90-kilometer ultra marathon, runners have to leave the stadium using these stairs. Someone broke all the Kit Kats at my store. Frog Army teen breeds millions of frogs in his backyard and leashes them on his neighborhood. Hello, little human. Okay, I kiss you now. Fun fact, the cat is checking the baby's mouth to see if it's still breathing. Were it not breathing, the cat would commence to eat it. Fun fact, pastor claimed that he went to hell and killed Satan. What's for dinner, mum? A vase of spaghetti and milk in a floral glass. Eat your aesthetic, Jonathan. These are called witches' stairs. Allegedly, witches cannot climb up them. You will occasionally find them in old New England homes. Yes, I imagine they are quite good at hurting old women. That's messed up on so many levels. What's messed up about it? Whoa, if that's you on your profile, you are really ugly. What the hell? Thorny devil, found in Central Australia. If the devil tempted Eve with an apple, he tempted me with the Home Depot employee stairs. The most evil rug I've ever seen. Imagine being drunk. People always say cyclists need to be more afraid of cars because in a collision, the car wins. It doesn't always have to be like that. We can both lose. What's the worst thing you've ever said to your parents? Twitter has me messed up, bruh. My dad started arguing with me and I told him, end it. The woman can balance herself, making it easier for you to carry her. Try picking up a 55-kilogram dead person. I agree. It was really hard when I did it. My son has been missing for a full 24 hours now. If we can hit 10k likes, I'll report it to the police. I want to like this because it's funny, but I also don't want your son to be found. Why does this guy look like he's plotting world domination with his evil cat? You don't sleep with the door open so the evil shadow from the hallway can get in? No. When school gets hard, just remember this. Knowledge is power. Power corrupts. Study hard. Be evil. This is really inspiring to me. The alphabet is seen from the side. The alphabet is seen from directly above. The fourth law of robotics is you gotta make it so the eyes go red when they turn evil. I finally quit drinking for good. Now, I drink for evil. Taking candy from a baby is seen as evil, but it's actually good because candy is bad for babies. Geese aren't cute. They are evil. People who talk about computer chips being evil sigils have never seen an automatic transmission valve body. This random number texted me and I couldn't help myself. When you get home and get the baby settled, call me. I thought you had the baby. What? If you're bored on Valentine's Day, just go up to random couples in restaurants and yell, "Who the hell is she?" In 8th grade, I had a teacher who, if he caught you reading, would take your book away, read the ending, then threaten to tell you the ending if he caught you reading it again. Brazil has nearly 60,000 murderers. Here's a map to put that number in perspective. But, evil America. Brazil number uno. Why use guns when you can just put pins in Nerf bullets? If I were to make a horror game, I would have it autosave at random times, just to mess with the player. Or hell, put up a fake autosave. When I'm mad, I chew on this photo of Demi Lovato. Some kid at my local grocery store was saying "poggers" out loud in the cereal aisle. So I told his mother it was a racial slur. Safe to say, he ain't touching his Xbox for a while. This is messed up, forcing a kid into something he doesn't understand just because you believe in it. A child should never have to wear Crocs. Missing hiker was held captive as slave to 200-pound female cougar. Trigger warning, driving while intoxicated, driving without a license, posting while driving. Hey guys, what's up? Florida woman allegedly assaulted 2 people for doing inappropriate stretches at a pool. She attacked us. She is hiding a PS5 in her mouth. That haunts me, bro. When I touched 340 pounds, I thought that was hell. I'm down 41 pounds now. Still fat. Keep working though. Remove the hand from the box and you die. What's in the box? Wet food from the sink. Ah! Whenever we get into a heated argument, my wife stops mid-argument to take a selfie with me. I'm never amused. Just told a guy talking on his phone in the library to shut up. And then everyone applauded me, so I told them to shut up too. I deserve the seat because I am a woman. I gave my seat for an old lady in the bus. Next day I lost my job as a driver. The world is cruel. Someone stole my debit card, went and spent $60 at a restaurant, and then only left a $4 tip. It's not even your card, and you leave a $4 tip. Unreal. The girl I like threw away her plastic spoon after she was done eating, so I took it home with me when she wasn't looking. I put it on my board. You can still see the food on it. It still even has the smell. You think everything's a game. He's too happy. Put that guy down. I enjoy getting my sleeves wet when I wash my hands. Whenever I'm at work and I have to wash my hands, I purposely purposely wet my sleeves so that they stick better to my wrists and give me a nice cooling sensation. It's pure bliss. Be the villain you were born to be. Stop waiting for someone to come along and corrupt you. Succumb to the darkness yourself. This is surprisingly motivating. Why don't they make chew toys for adult humans? I used to chew on my ex's forearm. He had an injury and had sustained nerve damage, so he couldn't feel it. It was the best stress reliever. One of the few things his worthless self was good for. It's fun to chant Bloody Mary into your car side mirror 3 times and watch her jog and try to keep up. Being mean, even to demons. One day I will be strong and punch the sun. Yeah. Pretty sure that's not possible, so I will punch it. Look, buddy, if you try and punch the sun, your hand is just going to get burned up. Not really sure what you're expecting here. I'm gonna punch it real hard. I have this theory that if they had given the emoji guy like the simple dot eye emojis, then he wouldn't have been as inherently hateable. What do you guys think? Correct. They are destroying my garden. What is it? And how do I get rid of them without pesticides? Using that emoji after a normal sentence is the funniest thing ever. Had to bury my wife again. It is depressing to see the number of people who voted yes on this poll. If someone offered you 10k, but if you take it, a random person on Earth dies, would you take the 10k? Analyzing evil Walter White from Breaking Bad. Can you do a video killing people with a rock? Name a scam. The zoo charges us to see animals that they stole. Is gym really worth it? Was there some sort of study that says seasoning decreases muscle growth? Or do bodybuilders just eat the food equivalent of a sad note every day, voluntarily? I get why people associate this imagery with the devil now. Me at my evil computer, typing evil posts. Evil. Yeah, I don't like this. I hope nobody is evil. Smiley face. Oh no. SpongeBob eating an apple, Season 2 versus Season 12. Lil Nas X looks like an evil bisexual Christmas elf. I have never been so visibly disrespected in all of my life. Use your creativity for good, not evil. My thing I like to do is cooking in front of my friends who know which knife is made for what and forcing them to watch me use the wrong one for the wrong thing. Use a cheese grater for tomatoes. You will burn in hell for this. This post is evil. Please do not interact with it to contain the evil. Release the evil. Stop that. Wait, I have an awesome house design. I am architecture. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. This is the most optimistic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Crematorium gets defibrillator. The room before the final boss, where the game lets you stock up, is the final boss poop. Every time there is a discussion on real AI enhanced images, I remember this image and die. What speed do you listen to your music at? I typically do 2 times, but sometimes I'll do 3 times for longer songs. I passed my state bar exam. My first client got sentenced to life. What if I followed every account? A lot of racism on here. I know he shot me, guys, but I forgave him. We forever. There is no way. My grandma died a few days ago, and I remember how she told me you were her favorite. All cheating aside, I need you right now. My grandma would want this. If you were dropped 2,000 years back in time with nothing but the knowledge you have now, what would you do? I would play Chief Keef until my phone died, then end it. If you choke to death on an ice cube, no one will know how you died. And yes, it's possible for an animal to be trans. Your cat having a pee-pee does not make it male. It's animal abuse to misgender your animals. He told me he's going to hug the evil out of the evil queen. Health must come first, or else evil can't prosper. She's spitting facts. Take care of yourself, or evil can't prosper. Drinking my violence milk, it makes me very evil and dangerous. Daily reminder, the aliens in They Live are less evil than our current overlords. The last sentence is the funniest sentence in the entire game. Evil Sims loves the dark, take great delight in the misfortune of others, and prefer to lead a life as far away from goodness as possible. Evil Sims will benefit in the pursuit of a business degree from Sims University. Supervillains when they were kids. Jim Carrey's Grinch was chaotic neutral, but Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat was just straight up chaotic evil. Something evil is afoot in East LA. Dark CVS, please give me your unholy ibuprofen. Chickenless bone wing. Wrong. Ghost chicken. Evil iFunny users be like, this picture goes hard. $5 to screenshot. I can't believe I predicted NFTs. I'm going to summon a demon. Yes, go kill my rival. I'm not a demon, I'm a daemon. Like the voice that spoke to Socrates. What? I'm not evil. I'm more like a spirit who gives advice. You need to get a girlfriend, okay? John Goodman has changed his name to John Badman after dedicating his life to evil doings and deviousness. Game developers, but do people want to play evil characters? Untitled Goose Game. Just stumbled upon an Angry Birds OC wiki and what? Jeffrey the evil, Jeffrey the good, Jeffrey the neutral. The idea that vengeance against evil just makes you as bad as the evil you're taking up arms against feels very much like something the bad guys would make up and spread across popular culture to make sure we don't don't shove their head in a guillotine. Just saying. The greatest trick the devil ever played was getting me banned from an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. Why'd you get banned? Touched the rat? What rat? Chunky cheese. Ratatouille is hilarious because the villain wasn't even evil. He just didn't want food cooked by rats. Dude, shut up. We didn't think anyone would notice that plot hole. We're not giving the Oscar back. I was presenting something in English the other day, and this kid started snickering and laughing at me. So I just stopped in the middle of talking and stared at him with the best evil look ever, and +1 for dirty look at Winston. If I wrote a dystopian novel where the corrupt evil megacorporation that controls society has a smirk for a logo, my editor would tell me to use a less heavy-handed metaphor. And yet, I can be your angel or your devil. I would help if you spelled angel right. 1. It's a meme. 2. Why are you so damn grumpy about misspelling grammars? Dude, we made it up. Go outside. Good God, the devil arrives. When you spend your whole life fighting evil, but evil wins the Oscar twice. The Resident Evil 2 remake burger. I like to add this anytime I submit online forms because I know that some developer is going to see it and wonder if they actually have a bug. Fun fact, crows can talk like parrots do. It requires a process called freezing their tongue. Yes, I want to train a flock of them to say run and release them onto a hiking trail. I want to ask, how many nightmares do you want to give people? All of them. I'm in a Walmart parking lot watching a woman who can't remember where she parked. Every time she holds her remote in the air, I honk my horn. I don't know why my last post was deleted. This page says no rules. Once again, selling positive pregnancy tests for $50 each. Need money for my kids. Make that man yours. Forever. I have seen a demon making a withdrawal today. It's going to be a long year. Villain, how did you find my secret lair? The secret lair. Counting to 100,000 in one video. Going to report this for not safe for work, so that YouTube has to watch the whole thing. Just sold my house. The inspector and buyers are there today. Left them a little gift in a basement cabinet. I just met Billie Eilish at the beach. Are you okay? Are you wet? Do you know someone with kids? Do you hate that person? Oh no, a hornet. Relax. They're more afraid of you than you are of it. I like using cursive fonts. Run. The simple drink hack to save money at Disney World. Pre-pandemic, I would have just looked for half or 3/4 full bottles left around the park. Tasted just as good. When I was a kid, I dropped up. Yeah, this is just attempted murder. He blocked me 3 days ago, but still has me on life 360. I threw my phone out of the car, so it notified him that I was in an accident. I now have 47 missed calls from him and haven't answered a single one. I ordered a Han Solo bookmark on eBay. It arrived today. This is how it was packaged. I set up a camera outside my house because my dog always was barking at something. I thought I would catch an animal or something, but boom, who the hell is this? You can run, but you can't hide. That's where you're wrong, pal. I can't do either. PSA, men don't get to decide what's sexist. So a particular group of people cannot have an opinion on something due to their gender. I am almost positive there is a term for this. I know this guy did not just put cologne on his toilet paper. Some girl linked with him a couple months ago, and she said he stank. Look how happy my friend is on his wedding day. Old skitty-doo-doo ass guy. Tell me your toxic trait as a movie watcher. I fire a real gun at the screen when I see a bad guy. I am sorry Flappy Bird users. 22 hours from now, I will take Flappy Bird down. I cannot take this anymore. He actually thought he was Oppenheimer. You big into Peaky Blinders?
Don't even joke, lad.
When your homie is winning, but you're too petty to let him get first place. When your ex says, happy 1-year anniversary to her new guy, and you broke up 8 months ago. When you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? How I sit down behind others. How others sit behind me. Tinder is horrible. How many tattoos do you have? Why are you dressed as a minion? Today I learned that some people don't drive with both of their feet. Do you use both or one foot? I use two. I like to cross my legs when I drive though, so left foot for acceleration and right for braking. Your brother got me pregnant and I'm keeping it. Did you see where I put the salsa though, lol? Losing my mind, just offered the aisle seat to the guy sitting between me and my girlfriend on a flight, and then he said he would rather stay in the middle seat between us. Leaning in, really close to people at the wishing well and whispering, I wish your wish doesn't come true, then throwing in a penny. Translation, when you're asleep tonight, I'm going to eat your heart. I have never hated anyone in my life, except this next guy. My old job, I worked at a pizza place. Every week, this guy came in and ordered 2 large pizzas, and every single week, I yell, pick up Smith, and he walks up to the counter, shows me his receipt. I slide the pizza across the counter. When you think you feel an evil presence staring at you at 3 a.m. and flip on the lights. Now then, what's your third wish going to be? Yeah, this guy guy's not a good person. Scientists recently placed a 10-piece set of matching Tupperware in a sealed chamber. When they opened it a month later, the chamber had 24 lids that did not match any of the 6 remaining containers. What the hell is this monstrosity? People of the internet, it is time we put all of our disagreements aside. This evil is too great, too evil. We must stand together against this and see that in our demand for non-weird hummus, we can see each other's shared heritage. Cousins, we need each other now more than ever. I know people are making jokes, but this is a serious situation. In Japanese culture, prime ministers, even former ones, are considered important figures, and assassinating them is a serious cultural taboo. Murder is actually really frowned in Japan. It goes against the traditional concept of which means to live. Ah yes, I was looking for a soap dispenser labeled ketchup with a picture of grapes. I really want this bottle in my bathroom. I would place it next to matching decorative soaps and towels, as if it seems like it fits, but I will actually fill the thing up with ketchup. So when I have guests over and they decide to use the bathroom, they will see this bottle and have a moment of cognitive dissonance. This soap bottle in the bathroom is labeled ketchup, so surely it must dispense soap instead of ketchup, despite the label saying ketchup, right? And then they have a moment of realization, followed by abject horror as they pump vicious ketchup all over their hands instead of soap. One time in math class, my teacher was really annoyed at us and he was yelling, "Do you even know basic math? Do you know addition? What's 2 plus 2, Corey? What's 2 plus 2? And poor Corey wasn't paying attention, so I leaned over to him and whispered, 7. And he blurted out, 7. And I have never laughed harder, and I doubt I ever will. The Chinese aunties told me to post this. Asian buildings are designed so that when evil spirits fall from the sky onto the roof, they are propelled back up towards the sky. American houses are designed so that the evil spirits fall into your neighbor's lawn. If a female octopus is hungry and doesn't want to mate, but the male tries to, she will let him insert his mating arm and begin the process before inching closer to him. Then she will strangle him, kill him, and feast on his corpse in her den for a few days. My job fired me yesterday, saw it coming, just a seasonal position, already have a new job. And they asked me if I could still show up for my shift today because no one else could take it. I said yes. It is now 10 minutes past when I was supposed to clock in and I am laying in bed. I'm a nasty hag. Welcome to my evil hut. I'm not trying to be evil, but you seem all kinds of messed up. Are you okay? Please have some soup and stop to rest a while. That's the most evil glare I think I've ever seen on a cat. I did a little prank. I'm going to put all of these over my girlfriend's island. Evil clown stole my ingredients and will chop carrots into a big pot, meant to fool you into believing it's an odd hot tub, so he can then cook and eat you. What are you doing? It must feel so good to be an evil guy and sit at a circle table with other evil guys to discuss evil things. Like, imagine saying some evil stuff here. People doing keto will put mayonnaise on bacon, then sprinkle cheese over it and be like, I'm finally taking charge of my health. Had to unplug the touch lamp to prevent this adorable guy from turning it on whenever he was hungry at night. He's so smart and evil. How I wake up knowing my enemies ontologically evil and there is no act against them, which is wrong. Hey, we can say that your account balance is at -$2, so we're gonna charge you a $35 each shit fee because we're the bank. Billionaires going to space for 15 seconds rather than paying taxes, ending homelessness, ending world hunger, cancelling student debt. Stephanie, if you found out you have 1 day left, what would you do with it? Say goodbye and fix my relationships. Something illegal, except my fate? I would message 10 people on Facebook saying if they didn't forward the message to 10 people, I would die tomorrow. Lol, you mad as hell right now. My bike! A stranger is taking me to Disneyland. Guys, this ain't Disneyland. Me during a zombie apocalypse, googling best acts for zombie apocalypse. Reddit. Out of boredom, I decided to scan a stuffed shark. Here are the results. Celebrities and their younger selves. Wait a minute, don't have a bookmark? Try using Oreo cookies and milk instead. I'm anti-coffee now. You'll come crawling back like a dog. His music was so good. I don't know why he stopped posting. He died? This door weighed more than the entire car you drive now. I can't stop thinking about this comment from the food tier list video. The way he sits is like someone carried him by his armpits and placed him here. Why did streetlights become so boring? They're easier to make. Any other grand requests? Idiot. This is what the 18-foot underwater statue located in the Bahamas looks like. One day this is going to stand up and we will all know the world is officially ending. Turns out you don't need technology to ignore each other at dinner. It's like the spirit of the eyebrow is being lifted from the body. How do you squeeze your yellow mustard? A pilot's view at night, and I be in my window seat, knocked out. OMG. This man was 30 minutes late to our date, so I made him stand in the corner. Living alone is so cool, because you can just take bites of your cheese, and no one is gonna care. Yeah, I caught this huge wasp at lunch. I'm so excited to go back to work and release it in the office building. Gang told me he went on a 30-minute break and he texted me this. Have you ever noticed that it's only females that get pregnant, not for long, huh? The accepted laws of physics, which most scientists agree describe or govern the behaviors of the cosmos, do not, of course, apply to goats. Remember concerts? This is a rug under a coffee table. Kids will call your name 1,000 times just to turn around and do something like this. How funny would it be if we found aliens and they literally looked like this? Like, we just guessed perfectly. I've been thinking about this picture for 7 years. Me and my little sister, I don't know that guy in the middle. He just seemed like he belonged to. My wife sent me for groceries. This cost me over $1,000. Imagine the trouble she goes through to introduce herself in France. Je m'appelle. I found him in an antique store. He is baby. 7.8 billion people in the world and you're stressing over one? Judge, you stand accused of murder. How do you plea me? Why is my mouse not working? That's because it's a hamster. Never in my life have I wanted to steal a sign more than I do right now. My 35-year-old boyfriend bought a travel bag that turns into a scooter. If these two had a child, their eyes would be perfectly spaced. Always funny when bike guys make hand signals at me. Sorry bro, don't speak bike nerd. Good luck with whatever. My horse kicked me in the head last month and sent me to the emergency services. My insurance is telling me to sue him. This image, them is so pretty. You know you can say you, right? Lol. Yeah, but I just decided to follow the pronouns she has in her bio. I work at a GameStop. Someone tried to trade in a controller with rocks glued to the thumbsticks and then got angry when we wouldn't take it. I'm so tired. Roses are red. I admire her guts. Seriously, who names their stool these nuts? I think someone broke into my house. My parents are here and their bedroom light is on. I will show them the power of a real Saiyan. I got stabbed 2 times and they broke my arm. OMG, how do they know how to do that? Alien graffiti can be pretty hurtful. Earth boring. Liminal space accounts will post the room of a poor person in a third world country and then call it aesthetic. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Good, you're out. Grab me a latte. So long, partner. Bag. Well, this is it. Bag. Wait, you can erase an entire solid color? Bro has never heard of the magic wand tool. Wizards, making fun of me at the sorcery club. AirPods. The car is coming. AirPods, look out. Oh no, they can't hear us. They are AirPods. Affirmations for flights. Read out loud at the airport for maximum effectiveness. I have a bomb. Rating the scoopability of this week's slimes. I'm shoving handfuls of that into my mouth the first chance I get. Bruh, this whole class looks 30 years old. Sometimes a good apple is all you need in life. The last time I tried to pirate something, I got hacked for a month straight. Skill issue. Am I the only one that doesn't know how to describe my music taste? Like, it's literally everything except for the songs that I don't like. I have never understood this saying, as cute as a button, because who the hell looks at this and was like, oh, OMG, I just realized that people born in 2010 are now 20. Harvard hung up on you too. The quiet girl in my group just absolutely roasted our professor because he takes forever to grade. Samantha, did you get everything turned in? Everything is turned in. Based on current patterns, we should have feedback by late July. Microwaves have like 32 buttons and you only need 4, including number buttons. Look me in the eye and tell me you use the 7 key. I understand why old people type like this. It's so addicting. Like a person just be trailing off. Omnimus. Mum, am I ugly? I told you not to call me mum in front of people. I can't imagine that people believe this. Wow, I'm Gojo. When you order a hamburger with no tomatoes and it comes with tomatoes and someone says, just pick them off. Imagine the Olympics, but instead of it being world-class athletes, it's just random people who get selected. Like, you get a letter informing you've been selected for the national gymnastics team and you just have to do it. It would be so much more entertaining. Obsessed with animals that don't immediately understand something and just tilt their head about it. Does it make any more sense at a 45-degree angle, bud? I was kicked out of the gym for staring at women working out, but I'm blind. Having a girlfriend is cool until you realize how much you have to feed them. Do you ever get overwhelmed by how our real world is a genuine dystopian nightmare, but everyone just keeps acting like it's normal? My ability to disassociate has become too powerful. Now I'm just watching The Fall of America. Like, yeah, that happens to empires. While I look for dog hats on Amazon. Jeff Bezos catches an employee on a restroom break. 2021 colorized. My daughter, when she said said she wanted to be a Transformer for Halloween. What slurs can I say? I'm Ginger. I'm in love with the shape. I can't say it. What would you do in this situation? Scarlett Johnson said, The Avengers felt like a big sausage party. I took my dog to the dog park today, and he sniffed like 18 butts. Now he's trying to act all cool. You will not believe where I am buying clothes. Soup. 100 acres of pizza are served in the US every day. Who the hell measures pizza in acres? USA. Where are the girls at? The same dudes when the girls arrive. POV. The year is 2035 and HR is about to fire you. My coworker be losing his mind, bro. What is this? I am not answering this DM. Oh, so you hate lesbian dream. People with these types of profile pictures are evil. What am I about to experience? This is a safe place. Hear me out. Another day of my dad forgetting our Amazon accounts are linked. Here's your reminder. Do the deed. With my wife. I'm about to have the best sleep of my life. Who has that one photo of SpongeBob where he's laying in bed and his eyes are stretched out like this, trying to see what the neighbor has on the barbecue? My boyfriend ordered a giant IKEA rat from China. The American mind cannot comprehend this. Yes, it can. It looks like a round burger. Dentist, remember to floss. Me. What's red? Bad for your teeth. Oh, biscuits. You got me there. I will find you. Don't let them forget. Why does every cool cat account follow you? This used to be a cool cat shitposting account, but then I switched to this as my main after I got suspended for tagging the official CIA and telling them to suck my nut. If you recognize this dog, you are probably really annoying. German Shepherd. I can't believe clowns are real. What the? Did you just discover mirrors? Shut up. Rabbit versus hare. One of them is bigger by a hair. Made a cake batter in a bowl and Michael waved it for 4 minutes. Liking the month of October is not a personality trait. Nearly fell off my bike this morning and saw Batman looking at me. Then I realized it was a horse with a blanket. My new pictures arrived today. Men have nice skin because they stress out everyone but themselves. Yeah, all those wars we fought in were super easy. So was landing on the moon. Take it easy, Matthew. You're stressing me out. How do I contact a museum curator? Because I genuinely think my brother's painting should be displayed somewhere. It scares me that bad. Accidentally said, you too, when the waiter told me to enjoy my meal. So he sat down with me and we had a very pleasant evening. First ever space hotel slated to be operational by 2027. We literally just want healthcare. So disappointed after seeing this photo and realizing that's a third llama in the back and not the arm of the right llama, ringing a little bell. Accidentally combined, all good, and no worries, and said, all worries, and it's the most honest thing I've said all year when you block them while they're still typing. 8 AM before work, 7 AM on your day off. Winter fans be like, ah yes, 3 PM. How old are you? Me. People who give out full-sized candy bars on Halloween. My 8-year-old in the car today. Do you want me to throw the confetti in my pocket? No, not in the car. Why do you have confetti in your pocket? It is my emergency confetti. I carry it everywhere, in case there is good news. When it's been 5 minutes, and you haven't lied about being the founder of Tesla. Some fits just gotta stay in the closet, bro. Dude is out here, Wonka maxing, and you just wanna put him in what? A hoodie and a snapback? Awful people. Dudes will destroy their lives over a girl who looks like this. I hate when teachers put ungraded work. Bro, I don't know what's going on either when I remember how it felt to grow literal mushrooms in my ears because I wore my AirPods 24/7. This is so cottagecore. NASA releases the clearest images of Neptune's rings in over 30 years. Notice how me and her look alike. Big, round, gassy, no job. Yeah, we see. Wait, if oxygen's number on the periodic table is 8 and we are breathing in right now, so that means we ate. What is wrong with this? What? My blood is glow stick juice. That's why all my bones crack when I move. Explains how you bring light to everything around you too. Me fighting the urge to not send an out of context photo from my camera roll when I don't know how to respond to a message. I have a wedding for my cat and my dog. My class is watching 90 Days Fiancé and we're supposed to wave a red flag every time we see a red flag. This is for a grade. This is what they're doing in school now. Obviously I'm jealous. Me when I'm eating, I'm happy cheese. Me when I'm eating from a grilled. I was explaining counterspell to my girlfriend and now whenever I say something she doesn't like, she just yells, counterspell. I really messed this one up. Hungover at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at the bottom. If you get caught, you can claim you fell and lost consciousness. This thing sucks. Looks like a 7-year-old made it. When you finally reach Japan, but you don't see any subtitles. Had to grind for this view. This is who the lady on the plane saw. John Lennon looks like he would have been the most toxic roommate underestimate in history. It's funny to me that they've decided Americans are the only ones who might not realize they're foreigners. I got my mum this prank puzzle of dogs pooping, and she just texted me, "Ruined family game night. If it weren't for the women, all men would live like this until the end of time. That should calm him down. High anxiety dog crate. 900. What bands do you listen to? These ones. I had a dream that gobbledygoo was a meme used to mock people who did not like popular things. I just witnessed a 4-year-old hide from her mother behind bus seats, then jumped out and gave a junkie a fright by accident, to which he screamed, 'Fuck off, you spooky midget.'" And it's safe to say, I laughed so hard, I pissed. What fuck? Grown people are so childish. People be acting like it's so hard to let a guy over. This is why it was a mistake to replace all of the old 70s metal playgrounds with safety plastic. Iron. You need iron, or else. My mom just called me to tell me she made broccoli. Girl, nobody care. I used to be angry at the world. This man is on my last nerve. Babe, can we break up for like 25 minutes so I can listen to the Weeknd album from a different perspective? Or is that out of pocket? When you want to get an extra large dog bed and put it under his gaming desk so you can lay by him while he plays and he says no. He's living in 3017. Someone installed OBS onto a Walmart laptop and has been streaming the Walmart without being caught for the past 10 hours. When TikTok convinces you to buy a projector and creates windows in your bedroom. Plato clutching his chest and crying and throwing up right now. Big things happening in Detroit. Boys never grow up, only their toys get bigger. I'm getting old. I was going to get a beautiful shot of the full moon through the budding trees. Then I focused. When the hiker you're stalking has a fall and you smell bone marrow. I think Frank did something like this to me, but he didn't mean it. Wait, I think this may have been on the wrong post. Babe, please stop. Crystals, auras, zodiac signs, they aren't real. I am literally a Scorpio. When there's a shooting outside, but I remember that I choose biology, chemistry, physics and math as my main subjects. Bio and chem are fine, but physics and math? Nah. When she leaves you for someone who doesn't steal copper as their primary source of income. Katy Perry and Eminem started dating in 2010. POV, you are a food delivery driver and have a drop-off at an apartment complex. The flowers are blooming in Antarctica. The flowers are blooming in Antarctica. When the couple on vacation are buying you drinks and start giving you this look. Retired Australians spend almost 500 days at sea after booking 51 straight cruises because it's cheaper than a retirement home. If you want information, feign ignorance. Book of Rat. What? Appear dumb and people tend to share more information with you. They let their guard down. Very useful. Give it a try. I just did. Doing my nails, lol. Text it, nails, no filter, summer 2013. Hashtag lol YOLO. The latest picture of Neptune. I have no clue who any of these people are. My granddad went to get a passport picture, but accidentally got one with Atomic Kitten. He looks so confused. Who are these people? What's the best mix piece? Mini breadstick, rye chip, square pretzel, corn Chex, wheat Chex, circle pretzel. Definitely circle pretzel. What's up late night folks? Here is an eerie shot I took of a pitch black road in the middle of the night, extracting from the fuck it. Took a taxi tonight, and the driver absolutely insisted on giving me the journey for free, as it was his last job ever before retirement. And tradition is, they don't charge for their first and last ever journey. He began driving in 1965. Thank you, Mike. Best wishes.
Hello everyone, how's your dinner? Good, good. If you need anything, just
ask. We treat our customers like family, and if you have any cheese, let me know. I'm a mouse for Pete's sake. Huh, just kidding. We like to have fun here. Garlic is to cooking as vanilla extract is to baking, in that the amount I add to my food is guided by recklessness, extravagance, and utter disregard, verging on mild contempt for the recipe as written. 13-year-old boy trades in Xbox, does yard work to buy his single mother a car. We did it, finally. It is so stupid that we know who this is shaped like. Never forget the time Tom thought he killed Jerry, and how he tried to save the one thing he hated the most. One time my son hid these in the fridge. Now, every time I wear them, he says, "Cool shoes, Dad. I've created a monster." An ancient philosopher died from laughing at one of his own jokes. This is peak masculinity. Toddler dresses up as her grandmother on Halloween. Men will literally become the most famous film director in history instead of going to therapy. When a girl says, "I'm cold," do not be an idiot and say, "Me too." Instead, say, "Well damn Jackie, I can't control the weather." This guy from Morocco decided to save only his PS5 console during the earthquake. People who don't watch modern entertainment because it sucks, they made him a window so he can see who's walking by. I can't believe this. Is this allowed? Swedish television accidentally puts subtitles from a kids show over a political debate, and it's brilliant. I sprayed a spider with Axe body spray to end it, but now its name is Chad, and he's getting with all the girl spiders in my house. I sprayed a mosquito with bug repellent. Now he will be forever alone. I've done the deed with 572 women, 23 years old. I've never done the deed with any woman, 28. I may not have a girlfriend, but I do have a full character roster in LEGO Star Wars, fictional pirates, fights spooky skeleton men, and goes on crazy adventures, real pirates, steals $100 million, vanishes without a trace. Arnold deliberately farted in my face. Actress claims, the weak should fear the strong. Eminem giving advice to kids is golden. I mean, he gave good advice. Remember the magic words, please, thank you, and step off, bit. The woman who can command me hasn't been born yet, 4 years later. Swiss billionaire donated $1 billion to save the earth. This man travels all over the country for his job. As a hobby, he plays every claw machine he can while on the road. He then donates everything he wins to charity toy drives. Dog breaks world record for holding the most tennis balls in his mouth. You're supposed to get a job, my guy. Sorry, I should not have posted this. I don't even know you or what you do. Have a blessed day. Throwback to when Jack Black was supporting Angelina Jolie through her pregnancy on the Kung Fu Panda tour. I took my girlfriend's little sister out on a date so she knows how a guy should treat her when she gets older. I stopped by one of my biggest haters' funeral today just to make sure that guy was dead. Customers buy out all the donuts at a donut shop so the owner can go home and spend time with his sick wife. A DMV employee dressed up as a sloth. Guys will see this and think, oh yeah, I was at the gym today and I heard this middle-aged guy running on the treadmill next to me whisper, speed, I am speed. And he started running faster. Developed societies, your family needs to contribute some food for the village temple, we know. Arrives at a random discussion, says both sides are bad, doesn't formulate nor explain why, leaves the discussion as if he had won. Farming Simulator has more players than Battlefield, fighting the masculine urge to outcook every female chef in the kitchen, to threaten their ego and femininity. Mom, can I eat this apple? No, it's an onion. It's an apple. It's an onion. It's an apple. Okay, if you insist, you would rather die than admit the mistake. When you absolutely refuse to give up, what causes older men to watch construction sites in their spare time? Sometimes I wonder what this snake is up to these days. Does anybody know where it's at? Snake update. I've heard she is alive and well, and that her name is Banana. That makes me smile. Do you ever watch a film to the end of the credits, pick a name, and then think, hey Clint Young Green, Assistant Bear Trainer 3? I bet you thought nobody would see you down here. Nice job, pal. Guy gives up subway seat for pregnant woman. She gives him a trophy. My wife told me to play with our puppy more. I sent her this. My son, me, struggling with my bills. The $2 from his piggy bank. The artist. Oh man, that guy's cake is way better than mine. The audience. Holy, 2 cakes? As a graduation gift, my parents had my teachers secretly sign this book ever since I was 3. I'm absolutely crying. Sir, don't worry, our tech team is working very hard to have your computer fixed as soon as possible. I got a job at Comcast and completed training so I could fix my own cable because it was faster than being on hold with customer service. Gym membership, almost 1800 years old. Herminus has paid his entrance fee and is now a member of the Sacred Boxing Society devoted to Hercules. I work at a small family-owned restaurant and my boss lets me study while we're slow, so he brought me a small pizza and said, snack while you study. I worked a 12-hour shift today and he fed me 3 times and made me a sandwich to take home. He's an angel walking among us. Wait, among us? It took 96 weeks and thousands of volunteers to clean up this beach in Mumbai, India. Hundreds of thousands of sea turtles hatching this week. First time in a decade. Anything can be cleaned. As I hoisted my own luggage into the trunk, my very Polish cab driver, impressed, shouted, strong girl, farm? And this is the only way I wish strange men to speak with me. Moving forward. Just drove a guy home from a bar. For the whole 15 minutes, he talked about how excited he was to see his wife. California becomes the first state to offer free school lunch and breakfast for all students. The photo my dad sends me of the new kitten he doesn't want. So I've been waiting to do this for a while. It's not attractive, it's not perfect, but screw it. I worked so hard for this. From 525 pounds to the mid-200s, and I'm proud. My Uber driver was telling me, stop, apply lipstick, and start lipstick, miss. Because of potholes in the road. Not all heroes wear capes. Must get strong. Not for the ladies, but to help mama with the groceries. Hey, hi, you've got a nice smile. Thanks. 10 years later, she made my day that day. 112-year-old man, just 1 year, and he is a teenager again. Who is your hero? Write 2 things that make this person a hero. I am one of my own hero. I am kind to myself. And second, I do things I want. Man 80 fights off bear that broke broke into his cottage with his fists. Wins a bravery award. Boy dinner. What's up? I'm Chad. I've been sober for like 40 days. Not in a row or anything. Just total. My mum crotcheted a blanket and one of the cats kept trying to lay on it while the whole time she was working on it, and every time she put it down. So she used the extra yarn to make him a tiny one, and he loves it so much. iPhone better. No. Android better. Walkie-talkie. Correct. Over. Men need 4 things to be happy. Family. Fitness. Wisdom. Freedom. Girls grooming. No. One of my beauty care bottles is empty. What am I going to do? Boys grooming. Shower soap ran out. I guess I'll use the car shampoo instead. I will always get a laugh of Toshihiro Nagashi transformation from Monkey Ball's lead developer to Yakuza's lead developer. Steve Jobs was 21 when he made Apple. Gates was 20 when he made Microsoft. It's too late. Give up. This is the best suit I have ever seen. A self-proclaimed entrepreneur wanted to follow my Instagram, and he's posted what may be one of the best images I've seen. Lottery winner arrested for dumping 200k of manure on ex-boss lawn. You are cool, but not as cool as this Moroccan football player dancing with his mother in front of the whole world. Me, destroying an imaginary opponent while waiting for my food to heat up in the microwave. Bro, you remember being like 8, no phone, no MP3 player, completely unprepared, just showing up to school with a Lunchable, like, screw it, whatever happens to me, today happens. Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally just a heavy circle. Alright lads, I really want this new castle, so you've got to fight Baron Wojak Desoy for me, and be quick about it. Long live the king. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I do. My little bro caught the bouquet in front of all the girls and gave it to our sister. In case you were wondering, me and my husband can see you half naked, smoking through your front window across the street. Do I look cool? If I asked to stay at your place tonight, would you let me? Why do I have to let someone stay over if she's not my girlfriend? I am not a vegetarian because I love animals. I am a vegetarian because I hate plants. Brad, 22. Hi guys, I'm actually 11 years old, but I need a girlfriend that can be in my Minecraft Let's Play videos so I can use you for clickbait and get more views. Thanks. Must have been a rough day, huh? Did they call you schizophrenic again? My son's Zoom class was ragging on him for wearing pink, so I dyed my hair to show him boys can wear pink too. But now my whole bathroom is stained pink. It straight up looks like I slaughtered a Jigglypuff in my tub. Less than 40 minutes after his marriage proposal, he returns to posting about Smash Brothers. I've decided that I'm equally as handsome as Shawn Mendes and Bieber. You are. Every Thursday, this girl gets so excited and waits for her favorite trashman. Last week, she decided that she wanted to bring him a homemade muffin. To her surprise, it happened to be on his birthday. He said that it was the only gift he received. A small joy in my life is that my sister is dating a guy with the same name as her cat, and Human Nigel hates that we all call him Human Nigel. When you're 20 minutes into writing a well-worded argument and suddenly remember, you don't give a fuck about any of this. Partied with this guy all night in Vegas, and when we left the club, he asked my boy for the jersey swap. There is no meme. Let's say 250k hit your bank account overnight. What is the first thing you're doing with that money? Somehow, I've lucked out and have an 8-year-old who thinks secretly reading under the covers past her bedtime is an act of rebellion, and it hasn't yet occurred to her that her flashlights never seem to run out of batteries. One time on a date, I told a guy I had an OF and he walked out. Later that night, he subscribed and sent the photos to my mum. Genie, I shall grant you 3 wishes. I wish my dog could talk. Done. Petting my dog. Hey buddy, you've got 2 wishes. My wife died almost 7 years ago, and I've done pretty well over the years. Tonight, I made a really fantastic shrimp with linguine and wine sauce. I bursted into tears halfway through the meal because I so wanted to share it with her. She would have loved it. That's my car. Haha, you have made my day, kind sir. It's yours. Amazing. I'd passed you once before and nearly followed you. Bus drivers in Okayama have gone on strike by continuing to drive their routes while refusing to take fares from passengers. Japan is on another level of its own. Strikes that won't affect the people, but the corporations that own the buses. Good one. This man I work with is a single dad with a 15-year-old daughter who recently turned vegan, and every time I see him, he asks me what I'm having for lunch that day, and then writes it down for her if he thinks it's something she would like. Apparently my kid got in trouble today for packing our toaster in his backpack and pulling it out at lunch to make Pop-Tarts for his class. I can't stop laughing. Fighting a rare stage 4 cancer make me feel worse. Nah man, beat the hell out of your cancer, then come back afterwards, and then I'll roast you. David Harbour, how many retweets for you to take my senior pictures with me? 25,000. And I get to wear the school sweatshirt and a trombone. Our neighbor added a spot in his fence so his dog can say hi to us, and this is what my pictures will now consist of from now on. I am a P5 teacher in Scotland. Our school is teaching internet safety. Please share to show the kids how far photos can go. Dog dog climbing on top of me. Here, I shall slumber. Why? It's uncomfortable. Must protect. There's nothing dangerous here. Loneliness is dangerous. I want my rats to grow up with a positive role model. So we watched a Ratatouille together. Gravy was really into it. Just found out that the grey cat I see all the time in my neighborhood is actually at least 4 separate identical cats. Went outside today and they were all just vibing together. Update. In 2005, Harry Kane had the chance to take a photo with David Beckham, together with a female teammate. 13 years later, Kane is the captain of the English national team, and the young girl is now his wife. Me as a kid, reading the back of the box on the new game I got, over and over on the car ride home. Interact if you see this. Serious. Trying to see my reach. Okay. Like, I legitimately just saw this on my timeline and just wanted to support an artist. My dad is afraid to fly, so when I was 5 years old, I made him a doll to hold on the plane. My mother just sent me this picture. He is packed to come visit me. The doll is 43 years old. I have no reason to live. I have one reason to live. Bat sleeping, please use the other door. The fact that this guy's brother is a pilot in the Royal Air Force and his aviator nickname is OB2 is my new favorite bit of knowledge. I love when you're here, and whenever you're here, your parents come and sit in the audience. Seth, they literally drove me here today. Shout out to that one person that hears you talking in a group and smiles and replies to you while no one else is even paying attention, so you don't feel like a complete waste of space. Nobody, Mr. Beast. I'm gonna pay you $100. I chose to spend my 21st birthday with my dad at work, which happened to be a little over a year after he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I did not think he would be around to see my 21st, but I'm so blessed that he was, and that he still continues to kick cancer's ass. Just finished my raw milk that was delivered to my doorstep. Time to provide for my wife and 4 kids with my television repair job. I will be back by dinner and have time for poker with the guys. Gee whiz, things are good. I walked in on my girlfriend doing the deed with her personal trainer. Oh, this isn't working out. Guess she was having a cheat day. Me and my wife, in 40 years, flexing on our grandkids. Before and after, I told her she looked cute with pigtails. Sleeping next to someone you love helps you fall asleep faster, reduces depression, and helps you live longer. You're single, I'm single. You know what that means? Nobody wants us. My cat videos on Instagram gets 10,000 views every time. They're a big deal. When I was in the city last week, these 3 Irishmen asked me to take a photo of them, but none of them had phones. You'll take the picture, and we'll find it someday. So, if by any strange turn of events anyone knows these guys, here's their photo. In the middle of a rough day, I hear I have a package. I go to check, and what do I find? Someone sent me my own Paddington bear. Whoever performed this random act of kindness, thank you, and who are you? It means so much. Mum, I swear to God, I just saw one of those scary, ugly clowns on the street. What's a mirror doing out on the street? A barber gives haircuts to children in exchange for them reading stories to him. He ate 3 of his ties in a month. California's dog mayor celebrates a year in the office. Lately, my dog has been smacking people in the face and arms when they pet her. And I was like, what the hell? We are just giving you affection. And so I went and googled it. She's trying to pet us back. She likes to be pet so much and is trying to return the favor, but can't. She is so good and pure. I love her so much. A tip for everyone starting their freshman year of college soon. Nobody cares about you. Did you just trip in front of a few people? No one gives a shit. Are you lost? Don't be afraid to ask a random person. No one cares about anything. We are all dead here. My 3-year-old said she wished we had a pet. I reminded her that we have a dog, and wow, the genuine surprise on her face as it dawned on her that our dog is a pet and not just some other guy who lives here. When my parents went to Ireland, my grandfather, who hadn't been there in 25 years, took them to his favorite pub. When they went in, a guy at the bar said, "Oh God, he's back." My yoga teacher ended class tonight with, "You are not afraid of failing, you're afraid of letting other people see you fail. What other people think of you is none of your business." And I felt that. This man claimed a $10 wild cherry crossword double a scratch ticket at our offices and asked if he could have a big check. We were all like, "Oh, heck yeah, you can." Is that eagle hurt? If you see an eagle lying down in the back left corner under a perch, that's Murphy. Murphy is not hurt, sick, or otherwise in distress. He built a nest on the ground and is very carefully incubating a rock. We wish him the best of luck. I will no longer be tweeting about cute bakery girl. After an emotional discussion, we have both come to the decision that it's no longer appropriate. Instead, she will now be referred to as her new title, Cute Bakery Girlfriend. The best revenge is no revenge. Move on, be happy, find inner peace. So, yesterday I gave my number to a guy in the dining hall. "Hey, this is Derek from Burgery. I wanted to say I respect your confidence to be able to come up to me and give me your number. You are very pretty. Unfortunately, I am gay, but I have an identical twin and he's straight. If you would like his number or Snapchat." Oh my Lanta. Honestly, that works out. Yes please. My Professor, a few of you have talked to me about having trouble getting some of the books this course. The university is adamant that you purchase textbooks through the official university bookstore. Beware of the sites that promise and deliver free PDFs of all kind of books, such as these sites might seem perfectly helpful in that I can't show these sites, but damn, the blue whale's got it on lockdown. Biggest known animal to ever live. It's an honor to share a planet with them. No one's gonna make a mum joke, huh? Your mama is so kind. She has the heart size of a blue whale. I love pirates because they have no concept on ableism. Oh, you have no leg? Here's a peg leg. No hand? Well, guess we gotta put a hook on that. Give those sons of a bitches a surprise. Blind in one eye? Put an eye patch. No one cares. You're deaf? Go man the cannons, you glorious guy. They do not care if you're disabled, because as long as you can mess stuff up, they literally don't care. I never thought about it this way. This is beautiful. My mom and I took a trip to Florence, and at one restaurant, the olive oil they served with the bread was incredible, and she told our waiter, so he absolutely beamed and whipped out his phone. Turns out he and his family grew the olives and made the oil themselves. He was showing us the picture from his orchard, like a man showing off pictures of his firstborn grandchild. I asked a freshman for a high five today as I walked past him in the hallway, and after he gave me one, I laced our fingers together and I said, "We're dating now, love you." And I don't think I've ever seen a boy so fearful and confused in my life. 2 years later, I still haven't had a single actual conversation with this kid, but anytime he sees me in the hallway, he goes, "Hey bae," non-verbal 4-year-old playing with dinosaurs. Raw! Yeah, the dinosaurs go raw. Look at this dinosaur, it's got a long neck. Raw. 4-year-old. Brontosaurus. Yeah, what did you say? My son was like this, delayed with speech, but when he did, excavator and bulldozer were two of his first words. Draw stick figures, sing off key, write bad poems, sew ugly clothes, run slowly, flirt clumsily, play video games on easy. You do not need to be good at something to enjoy the act. Talent is overrated. Do things you like doing. It's okay to suck. As an adult, don't ask your friends to help you move. Hire movers, save a friendship. I want to help you move. I want you to take me to urgent care when I can't drive. I want to watch your kid for a night, to give you a break, and I want you to cook me a meal, because we're friends, and friends hope. Be me, finished high school, apathetic with no aspirations, going to join the army because I don't want to leech on my family, and it might get me done. Dad talks me out of it, gets me in a car mechanic program, sets me up with an apartment, start to cook and clean because I have to. Food is the best food I've ever had. Turns out, my mom couldn't cook for shit. Made a few new friends already. Have fun wandering a new city. Apartment is always there when I need to chill. Genuinely enjoy my teachers and hearing about car stuff. For the first time in my life, excited for the future. Thanks, Dad. I love you. Identical twins married identical twins and gave birth to sets of identical twins. What did I just read? Leaving this behind for future tenants to find and freak out. Magnify your phone's screen by putting it in a glass of water. What a confusing time to be a pirate. Protect a tree with the corpses of his dead friends, giving him body dysmorphia. Bugs Bunny shaving his beard. Then why would you send it to me? This nickel could save a child's life. So does Lightning McQueen buy life insurance or car insurance? What is your idea of the perfect date? This format. Other formats can be confusing, really. I need to know why a guillotine has been erected on the roof across my office. If you ever feel stupid, just remember Kim Kardashian played poker with mirrored glasses on. Depressed teenager celebrates his birthday every week to die faster. Okay, just thought y'all should know. I saw a limo with dogs in at a McDonald's. Someone donated an entire pastel Taco Bell dining set. After years of saving, I finally bought a house. Is that a cat? This is why I haven't accepted my dad's friend request. Chimneys I can see from my back garden. It's that time of the year again. Take 1 bag of Sprite. Warm scrambled egg. Bruh, I'm 26, just now realizing the sound of a snap is the finger hitting the palm, not the fingers rubbing together. Tell me why I just sat here for 5 minutes trying to snap without my fingers hitting my palm. Poor thing. The world must be so scary for them. Every year on my birthday, I take a bite out of this windowsill because I get so excited. This red line divides the world population in half. I had to balance it out with 13 Latvias because my math didn't add up. I apologized to the TSA agent for my abundance of pancake mix in my luggage, and he said, "Never apologize for being who you are." Bruh, this dude really put an Apple sticker on his old monitor and is trying to sell it as an Apple monitor. Driving is boring as hell. Just got to tennis. Boyfriend has taken my racket out and put a frying pan in instead. I'm not even joking. They aren't the best donuts, but they ate donuts. Knowing my luck, I would would roll over once to check the time on my phone, and then end up doing an Olympic dive out the window. Tables have legs, but do they have knees? What the hell? Lol, get dog. That's not the Milky Way. Who the hell do you have beef with? Wouldn't you like to know? Either I can suddenly read Arabic, or I'm high as hell. But does that picture behind her say, go fuck yourself? Student drains pasta over the toilet to avoid washing the dishes in the sink. I'm so happy my parents taught me you can't eat at just anyone's house. This is every driver's worst nightmare. I didn't even study. Test. There's a cop on live PD who has the worst tattoos I have ever seen. Dude looks like my binder in middle school. Would you take this drive for 5 million? How the hell am I going to survive a loop-de-loop? How do I make this fish look less scary? Removing it is not an option. This woman just farted so loud in the bathroom, I could just feel she was embarrassed. So I farted back just to make her not feel so alone. Deconstruction Chair by Jade T. Chow. So you're telling me this isn't red velvet and white chocolate? You're supposed to clean this out? Even if this wasn't a fire hazard, why would you just not clean it? I'm going to be a vegetarian when I grow up. Works at a cemetery. Guys, I meant a veterinarian. The sun was on my phone, so I could barely see. My hungry self could never work at a cemetery. The one thing I took away from the Dr. Pepper Museum is that there's a really big hole with no explanation about it. This is where they keep him. I have a crush on like Five Guys. I also have a crush on Five Guys. Bruh, I think my daughter found her baby monitor when I hear a grown man scream. Warning, this toilet often erupts and sprays water upwards when neighboring toilets are flushed. You are out here buying Transformers but don't have enough employees to keep more than 3 registers open at Walmart. Left is colder, but the right is more smooth. What? I annoyed the IT guy. He said he was going to give me a black eye. Touche, IT guy. When the 8-ball game gets a little too close for comfort. Interstate 70 in Colorado has a mile marker 4199.9 since mile marker 420 getting stolen. Go America. Waffle House customer cooks his own meal after finding staff sleeping. Legends, both staff and customer. My dad told me we would never get a dog. We never did. Here's a picture of a glove. A compilation of smoke rings from volcanoes. We get it. You vape. This guy who came to AutoZone today said he wrecked his 2 Priuses, so he welded the non-wrecked parts together and made a 6-door car. This is a great deal for anyone who is at this airport convenience store and is also a horse. Buy 3 apples, get 1 free. The person below me is a lie. The guy under me is telling the truth. The person above me is sus. Cobra bites man. Man bites back, kills Cobra. Holy. And the Badass of the Year award goes to... Guys, help me. Which perfume should I get? I'm confused. Turn down the volume so I can smell. I need to settle a massive debate. What are these called? Acorns. Do all pets look like their owners? I mean, not really. So grateful for my 6 beautiful children. God is good, and we are blessed. Look at him. Look at what he's done. My 9-finger mom, keeping trying to not freak out after I cut off a finger, to be just like her at 5 years old. If life is a video game, the graphics are great, but the plot is confusing, and the tutorial is way too long. Says the guy, playing with cheat codes enabled. I finally got the famous queen cube. No, my king is completely safe. Never allow your enemies to know if you are going or coming. Turns out, jigsaw puzzle makers just use the same die to cut apart different puzzles, so you can mix and match. To be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with this information. Old people be lying. In my day, we had to walk 100 miles to school, through snow, and across a lake of fire. Employees only, during business hours. So, after business hours, it's fair game, right? When you can't make up your mind on anything, except that you like red. Either they are really tiny, or the work surfaces are huge. How to confuse a vegan. Despite popular belief, spamming the A button does not make the loading screens go any faster. Why does the sun come out during the day, and not when we actually need the light at night? I wish I could date a guy like you. I'm a guy like me. Alright then, want to go on a date? If you rip a hole in a net, there's actually fewer holes in it than it was before. I like how they look both equally confused about this activity. If I had a nickel for every time I got confused, I would be like, where did this nickel come from? Then there would be another nickel, and then I would think, what's with all the nickels? Leading to more and confusion, and eventually I would be crushed by them without ever knowing why. Drug dealer calls police to report his drugs had been stolen. I think the stairs are not working. I'm so glad people are coming to realize how boring Minecraft is. Minecraft hate is so confusing to me, because it's a sandbox. You're literally in control of everything. It's boring because you're boring. Does anyone in real life actually walk around holding their bag like this? I'm genuinely confused. Stray dog interrupts performance to comfort actor pretending to be injured. The last time I went to urgent care, I checked off excessive crying on the symptom list, and the nurse got really confused and told me that was meant for babies. Farmers are using flame-throwing tractors to get get rid of weeds and pests. This may be the most confusing picture I have ever seen. If you aren't happy single, you won't be happy taken. Happiness comes from drugs, not relationships. Musk keeps wondering why his children hate him, naming the next one Blorbo. I hate neo-pronouns. So confusing. Let me introduce you to my son. Unpronounceable jet plane specifications. This question from my job application still confuses me. I have no idea how to respond. Are you under the age of 18? If under the age of 18, please state why. This student wears his It's Tuesday shirt to school every Wednesday in order to thoroughly confuse the rest of the school. I just snorted a line of 2-minute noodle powder, and I am going to fight God and win. My housemate left. He owes me $20, and he took the shower head. This message stamped on the squeaker inside the stuffed animal my dog just destroyed. Game over. Your dog won. Discard this squeaker. So I was talking to my dad about Guardians of the Galaxy, and when I mentioned Chris Pratt, my dad sighs and says, I don't know how parents could be mean enough to name their child after a fried rodent. And I just sat there looking really confused until he just whispered, crisp rat. And now I will never need to hear anything else. Hipster gets furious about his photo being used for an article about all hipsters looking the same. Turns out it's a different person. Pizza with no cheese. Low-key better than pizza with cheese. Imagine this being your last meal in prison. Waking up with a traditional Italian coffee. I bought a fake crow to scare the ducks away from our pool. Now they are sleeping beside it as a third member of their family. All I have ever wanted from yogurt is to know who the cows are. Notice how they named all the cows. There is a deep connection between misogyny and consuming animals. I feel like yogurt from a bowl wouldn't taste quite right. I love AirPods because the rules of society just don't apply. Eat pizza and drink a beer at 7 a.m. while in sweatpants. Nobody cares. Today's Americano had a strange face. Almost seemed like it did not want to be drank. I drank it anyway. I ordered an Uber. Look at my driver. We're gonna crash. You gotta stay positive. In 3000 BC, let's put up a bunch of stones, and anyone who doesn't see this will be confused. Some cats bring their humans birds, or mice. Oliver brings me tea bags. They're putting chemicals in the fire that turn the freaking swords gay. Oh, look. Another few days without post. Once again, I have to carry the weight of this entire forum. Take your stupid goddamn hot dog picture. Sick and tired of this. Either put in the effort or get out. Which anime character suffered the most in their life? Me, because I couldn't get a sweet treat after a hard day. Got so drunk last night, we started labeling things in our Airbnb and woke up to this. Bagel seeds. My flatmate annoyed me, so I froze their cutlery into an ice block. That's a tree, by the way. I have more of these if you want them. This dude is pulling his girl through the snow and serving her coffee. Bro is doing way too much. Me, when I buy 24 Roombas and an Amazon Alexa. Me, Alexa, unleash the Roombas. 24 Roombas emerge slowly from under my bed, consuming everything in their path. There's just a bunch of dudes swinging entire lightsabers outside my window. What? Have you ever lost something and thought, if I could just open a portal to another reality where I haven't lost it, I could just steal it from me and get it back? How do you know that's not the reason you lost it? I've never thought of this. My accountant just opened his laptop to do my taxes. I am going to prison. Yeah, doing the deed is cool, but have you ever seen this image? I just found out how long fire hydrants actually are, and I really wish I didn't. I changed my background. Again, laughs. This is perfect. So perfect. I don't care. I want an office with a window. You will fail. Screw you, digital lamb. Excuse me. I can't drown my demons. They know how to swim. I've had enough. This is fuchsia. What do you mean? It's magenta. This is red. Yes. I slept like a baby last night, periodically waking up screaming in terror and confusion. You're so damn cute. Thanks. You're pretty cute too. I have a boyfriend, but you just... Nice try. If it happens again, I'll have to block you. Not a person in sight, just cell phones, living in the moment. Apparently, it took 3 of my aunts way too long to figure out why this candle wouldn't light. Remember to let your cat proof for 1 to 2 hours, until at least doubled in size. Me waiting for my stylist to put my bald cap on. He ugly as hell. I want Will Smith to slap him again. Savior. He's so strong. I love him. Being a human is so confusing because you are basically an animal with a soul. So sometimes you're like, am I experiencing a profound spiritual desolation? Or have I not eaten enough breakfast? Impossible to tell. Women, what do you find the most confusing about men? They think they're smarter. They are. Flirt back, goddammit. How? You'll understand when you're older. I am older, and I understand absolutely nothing. When a death metal song you like comes on, but you don't know the lyrics. Confused screaming. This week, NASA's new Mars rover drove through New York City. Incredible. Screw off. I thought the Mars rover was a wee Wally-sized. No wonder we have any found... What is this? English. Castaways rescued after spelling help with leaves. They must be from a generation that learned how to spell the old-fashioned way. reply, without the assistance of autocorrect instead of those who only know how to type or text. Why are old people so obsessed with doing this? Drive-through. Instructions unclear. Create a problem. Sell a solution. Knowing Apple, this is probably going to cost a smooth 150 to 200. I'm gonna wait till the off-brand drops at like 5 below. We have a blue football field. It confuses out-of-towners. Yes, I'm a vegan. Yes, I eat meat. We exist. Phobia. Being afraid of being afraid. I used the fear to fear the fear. Having bad mental health, but your personality being naturally bubbly and outgoing is the most confusing battle of emotions. These camouflage shorts actually work. Wins Constant Man. Wins Key West annual lookalike contest on 11th attempt. If I have a medical emergency, don't you dare call an ambulance. You better Uber me to the hospital because we are not about to pay 5k for a ride. Everyone outside of the USA. Laughing nervously. What the fuck? Well, how long would the pregnancy take if she had twins? 9 plus 9 equals 19 months. The first Polish language dictionary, published in 1746, included definitions such as horse. Everyone knows what a horse is. Archaeologists 20,000 years after horses go extinct cries, I don't. Imagine being a human in an alien crew in space, or leaving with bright blue or pink hair, and the color fades and everyone on board wonders why you are losing your colors. Is it the lack of greens? Are you sad? Angry? They just don't know. Human biology is baffling. I believe authors should be cryptic and unhelpful in the interpretation of their own work, or even act like they're dead and never comment on it again. I asked for a croissant and the baker came out from the kitchen and started beating the hell out of me. You don't understand the meme you're trying to use. Nobody asked you. Just asked out my crush and got my first friend ever. Homemade cheesecake. My first time making cheesecake. I've recently become obsessed with all the insane corporate ways we say normal things to each other. I'm a little confused is by far my favorite. It's absolute rage, masked as a professional pleasantry. 18 to 21 is a confusing age. I have some friends getting married, some in prison, some having kids, and then some still have to ask their parents to stay out past 9:30. Once, I told my ex to slap me in the face doing the deed, and he said he didn't want to hurt me, but then cheated on me, so I'm confused. This meme is from the future. You won't understand it until 2019. Lies. I still don't understand it. 2023. A croc man wears a pair of Crocs shoes. Is he made of shoe, or are his shoes made of flesh? He screams, for he does not know. Africa to the left, Europe to the right. I love my job. Man addicted to brake fluid claims he can stop at any time he wants. This puzzle confuses and enrages the American. What the fuck? This is called an outdoor loft. It's like one big hammock that you can fit 20 people on. Plus, you swing off a rope to get down. Invincible moose. Next 5 kilometers. Trick or yeet? I shout to the children when I open the door. Yeet, one says confusedly. I shrug. Yeet it is. I throw the child. Jennifer, 26. Proud mother of 3 children. Virgin. I love my husband. Lesbian. Tenants at an apartment complex are told there will be no stairs until Thursday. Now they are stuck and unable to leave. Why can't I stop laughing? Like who's gonna believe you couldn't make it because you ain't got no stairs? The earth is the largest rock that any of us will ever stand on. So I've never understood rock climbers. By standing on the earth, you have stood on the biggest rock. You are done. You have peaked. You don't need to keep climbing rocks. It's unnecessary. Remembering when I moved out of my first studio flat and then I left a box of chocolates and some nice coffee on the side as a gift to the building manager and then got charged £20 for the removal of leftover personal belongings. Look at his eyes. The hot dog is as high as a kite. He smoked all the drugs to save us. When you receive mixed signals, locks the house door and checks 3 times if it's locked. My brain 5 minutes later. Did I lock the door? Me. I have to go back. What are they doing down there? They are making milk from almonds. What? I gave them like 8 animals to get milk from. They don't like that milk. Attention. The 9th floor has temporarily been moved to the 15th floor. Imagine if Americans switched from pounds to kilograms overnight. There would be a mass confusion. When you hear your pet doing something, but you can't immediately identify it. Just a second. This may take a minute or two. Confused 100. I'm crying right now because I asked my brother to explain this picture to me, and he said, Aaron is telling Jean a bedtime story. Do you know who the most amazing person in the world is? Read the first word. Do. I want to tell you something. What? Can we be lovers? I love you. Sorry, but we can't. Why? I thought you loved me. Because I want your children to marry my children. No crime from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. People get confused when taking kilograms to pounds. It's simple. Take the weight you want to convert, let's say 100 kg, and you fucking Google what it is in pounds. I'm honestly confused as to how cowboys can hear a car and see it for like 1.2 seconds, and they will be like, oh yeah, that's a Dixon Ticonderoga GTX 1080 Ti. Me. Turns on warm water. Water. Turns instantly cold. Takes 5 minutes to warm up. Me. Current mood. That picture of Rami Malek holding 2 pens at an autograph signing and looking overwhelmed. You know the one I mean. What are they trying to say? Please use ashtray. No smoking here. I don't know why he can't read the very clear signs I'm sending him. The very clear signs. You walking down the street, drinking a burger, and you look back and you see this running towards you. What are you doing? Optimist. Things happen for a reason. Pessimist. Things are random and meaningless. Me. Things. What things? Nobody told me about any things. Why did it take my brain so long to figure out what was going on in this picture? I'm still confused. No excuse for a guy to be under 6 foot. Hit the gym. Shall we go out? Will your boyfriend be okay with that? I don't have a boyfriend. Who is that man in your photos then? My husband, but we're just friends. Forward horror story. I heard my wife knock on the bathroom door, but then I remembered our bathroom doesn't have a door. I'm sorry, but the confusion of why your bathroom doesn't have a door far outweighs any feelings of horror this might evoke. Can't afford a door. The horror here, the realities of life. So, what was your wife knocking on? It is the period between Christmas and New Year. No one knows what day it is. Time doesn't really exist. Can we start drinking at 10 a.m.? Why not? Existence is a confusion. This is an amazing excuse to start drinking at 10 a.m. If I was a famous author, I would publish a book with 10 different endings, which all went to print with varying degrees of rarity, but not tell the fans about it, so I could watch their confusion as they disagree over how the story ended. Then, when they figured it out, I would come clean, telling them that I had released 11 alternative endings, and watch them panic again as they try to find the last ending. Blocking someone isn't enough. I want them to get lice. I once intentionally gave a girl lice because she kept throwing her long hair all over my desk in class while I was trying to work on assignments. This was in like middle grade. I asked her to stop doing it multiple times and she laughed and kept doing it. So I picked off. I'm not finishing reading this. Gross. I don't understand. Why did you repost a picture of a normal dude hanging out on the street? Looks like he could be someone's dad. I don't get it. Is this a dad joke? This is the other dog. Her name's Bonnie. Princess Bonnie, we like to call her. She's blind in one eye. Oreo, you were highly requested. Everyone likes you. What do you have to say to the people? You didn't subscribe to VaazkL last time. You have to subscribe. You didn't subscribe to VaazkL last time. You have to subscribe. And this is Tiny. He's a little fucker. You're an annoying fucker, Tiny. Can someone with Photoshop skills please add a train to make this super intense and scary? OMG, I forgot to show you guys the squid kite I saw yesterday. I can't tell if this is the entrance to hell or just the typical high school bathroom. Happiness is a cabin on 800 acres, 3 lakes, 2 mountains, a forest, and no neighbors. This cat looks like it's about to tell a scary urban legend. Oh, one of those pesky hangnails. I'll take care of that. I just walked in my room and there is a deer. Hell, not to open up a can of worms on her, but I just saw a dolphin's brain for the first time yesterday, and there is no way we're smarter than these things. Glowing eyes of an alligator at dusk. Whoop, that's a demon. Ha, here come that boy. Gave my dad a Mr. Bean cutout for Christmas, and he's been moving it around the house to scare my mum. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This dude just rolled into our math class and left. The bowling machine took my picture, then made my face another lane's whole background. Don't throw out doll heads. You can turn them into candy nightlights for your kids. We discovered a trapdoor in class today. The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. I can see eyes. Close that door. You find out your closest friend is a killer. What do you do? Hand him my list and ask him to help me out. The recursive senator. Half horse, half recursive centaur. No use. Crying over cursed milk. You remember Tom and Jerry, right? The rest of the pizza is trash. Just throw it away. A steam train after a boiler explosion. Favorite new thing. Scratching haunting things into bananas at the market. So when people take them home, hours later, and the words appear, they think a ghost knows their secrets. Thinking about deep sea creatures. They're out there. He is just wafting around like a ghost. Dad needs his Mentos. I chew gum so much that my dentist says it's become a part of my mouth's ecosystem, and if I stop it, I will have disastrous consequences for my health. What if humans lost all of their skin every winter and walked around as skeletons, and the trees get annoyed when they have to rake all of our skin off their lawn? How high are you? A reminder that your floofy cat's adorable toe beans look like this without fur. You are welcome. Y'all remember being 15? That was messed up. Age distribution of hospital visits due to punching walls. I love the one 69-year-old that punched a wall. My cat has been staring at this gopher for like 10 minutes. I think he's waiting to hurt him until he finishes digging digging. How polite. He's letting him dig his own grave. Oh, 90% of the ocean is undiscovered. And you're telling me mermaids don't exist? This actually exists, and you want a mermaid. Yup. In mythology, mermaids cause shipwrecks and drown people. They're evil. Sounds like my kind of people. Found the white Snoop Dogg. It gets worse the longer you look. How to make hamburgers without a grill. I used to think this movie was a live action and that the people who lived in Europe looked like this. What the fuck? Approximately 92 sobbing horses are calling. What do they want this time? What does this say? What does this mean? It is a scary time for men in America because I'm dressed in a clown suit, taking them out one by one. 1 nanometer away from having a 240p video with a logo at the top right. Walk in, see this. What do? Depends. Do you own a dog? Screw this game. I turned on my Kinect mic to try and add realism. I farted, and the alien found me, eating a Kit Kat the wrong way. Day 3. Your dog watching you sleep, wondering if pretending is worth it anymore. My mom put a cute, little holiday light in the toilet, without telling me, so guess who thought they walked into hell at 5 AM this morning? Tricking my 3-year-old into thinking I got raptured. 1 hour dark church organ. Dementia. Suffering. Pain. Gangster's paradise. 2 bodies recovered during search for missing swimmers at Murderkill River. Sorry, where? So, I work at a pizza place right next door to a comic book store, and today's free comic book day. I did not think it would get too crazy or anything. Then I look to the front of the store and see this. My friend works at a movie theater and can take the cardboard cutouts. I have an irreconcilable fear of sharks. She decided to use her spare key privileges to terrify me beyond repair. The last thing my enemies see before succumbing to the green. Morgue employee cremated by mistake while taking a nap. I guess 2 people got fired that day. My little cousin gotta stop leaving his shampoo here. I've never been more uncomfortable taking a poop in my life. I don't care what color it is. I'm not wearing it. Did anyone ask you? I will make you look like your profile picture if you say some smart shit like that again. Cannot even begin to imagine the Blade Runner cyberpunk this ladybug I found on my RGB keyboard was going through. It would appear that someone in my apartment complex doesn't like my new wind chimes. On Earth, a magician puts his hand in his head in the rabbit realm. The hand emerges. It is time. The Rabbit Council must choose a sacrifice. A giant twisting serpent skeleton emerges from a river in France. It's a sculpture. I almost pooped a goddamn cathedral. I thought the serpent lords had come to reclaim the earth. They are making funny new men, and you can find them in your local tube. Behold, a group of vegans about to hatch. Nature is amazing. He/she. There's only one gender, bro. There's only one now. They're taking them out, one by one. I was bored, so I put this on, and then sat on my kitchen floor in the dark, waiting for my mom to get home. And when she saw me, she screamed so loud, the neighbors called the cops. The world's oldest cheese, found in an Egyptian tomb, but it may be filled with a deadly disease. Cannot drink the sarcophagus juice. Can't eat the tomb cheese. What even is the point of archaeology? Hey, I'm going to be late again. Yeah, it's the crab again. What is your most controversial NBA take? The ball is alive and doesn't like being thrown around like that. Drunk dude becomes the first person to ever swim across the Hoover Dam and make it out alive. The last thing he heard before crossing. Don't be a bitch. Stab wound? You mean like extra pocket? Nobody on this website should be allowed outside, I swear. So I connected to the free Wi-Fi in Starbucks and airdropped this picture, and I swear like 10 people screamed. My neighbor keeps vacuuming his floor when I'm sleeping at night. I started vacuuming the ceiling as he sleeps at 3 AM. If we die, we're taking you with us. Be the difference. I have never so cheerfully been told something this terrifying, and certainly not by a bee. My favorite visual gags. Something drawn realistically to show an emotion. Something drawn poorly. Dream house. The abyss. I do not know where he came from, but he sure as hell don't look like no good boy. Aesthetic. Behind the scenes of shots of actresses posing with their co-stars who are playing monsters that look like couple photos. It has been summoned. That is so evil. Florida man. 37. Arrested for kidnapping 27 people and then forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight when you annoyed all the car drivers and have to find a bigger target. Hey brain, I kinda feel bad right now. Could you tell me why please? Nah. Why? I'm literally you. Lol, get fucked. When you die, your voice is added to the chorus of children yelling, "Aye, Captain," in the SpongeBob intro. This is probably the most cursed thing I have ever seen. Tries to look scary and intimidating. Fails miserably because of cuteness. When you're a perfectionist, honest, therefore you don't believe in practice makes perfect, and thought you could make a needle felt Pikachu with no experience in needle felting. Mums be like, my son didn't do that. My daughter was given this creepy William Shakespeare doll, and it has become her favorite toy. She cuddles Shakespeare at night, brushes his gross old man hair, and puts him on the potty. Do I just embrace this? Do I hide him before their bond is unbreakable? Okay, but there was this bus filled with potatoes driving around my town today. So at my house, we have an intercom in everyone's room, and when you press talk and speak into it, everyone can hear what you say. So last night at like 1 a.m, I spoke into it and quietly whispered, Shia LaBeouf. I heard my mum scream in the other room. Can somebody explain to me how something like this could happen? The car is a part of the punk subculture and is striking out against authority and parents with outlandish hairstyles. I found this while doing a Google image search for Slenderman. I don't know if it's hilarious or just deeply wrong. I like how Slenderman is actually standing in the background. Well, I did not see that. Random wheelchair. Plankton built his computer wife, so he's the one who programmed her personality. Plankton made a wife who would belittle and mock him. Plankton has a humiliation thing. Sometimes we have thoughts, but we don't have to share them with everyone and put them out into the world. Just a suggestion. A clown boy, half clown, half cowboy, says yeehaw. This is it. The worst post. This girl on Instagram posted her plane ticket, and I called and cancelled her flight. Imagine shooting Santa Claus out of the sky. I'm laughing because all I can hear is him shouting, hoo hoo, holy shit. I got banned from Cheat Code Central when I was a kid for posting elaborate time-wasting fake cheats for various games I never played, asking a stranger, can you make sure nobody takes my bag? While pointing to someone else's bag. People who just randomly meet band members on the street. How do you do it? Step 1. Go outside for once. Oh, but the outer net is scary. The outer net. As an Indian woman, I can confirm that too much of my time is spent hiding behind a rock, praying the terrifying gang of international giant ladies and their Latvian general don't find me. Let me merge, or I swear I will kill us both. I love how this could either be about driving or using XR, how the animal's skeleton looks like, how scientists would recreate the animal. The animal. Who is she? Mary Kondo. This shipping container does not spark joy. Some dude. Hey bro, you got time? Yeah, it's pulls out a cat from inside my jacket and looks it dead in the eyes. About 6 p.m. Context. I thought this was some shitpost and just accepted it. I'm the only thing preventing the mailman and the vacuum from killing my entire family. This was such a confusing and frightening post before I read the name of the person that posted it. The crunch that you hear in every bite of M&M's colorful button-shaped chocolates is your teeth crushing our worthless spines. I don't remember this post. In 5th grade, we were making little clay statues and mine came out bad, so I left a big air pocket in it so it would explode when the teacher put it in the kiln, and it exploded so hard that it destroyed 10 other kids' statues, and they were all on the verge of tears. I thought it was really funny. I still do. So you basically planted a bomb. Pronounces champagne like lasagna. Do not. Pronounces lasagna like do not. Just bought this tapeworm from Etsy. Where are you going to keep it? I don't like this post. What? The spider in my bathtub, waiting for me to turn on the water so it can teleport to a different part of the house. Small blobs of human brain grown in a dish have been coaxed into forming rudimentary eyes, which respond to light by sending signals to the rest of the brain tissue. New horrific state of consciousness just dropped. Mid-tantrum, 6-year-old paused to write mama and dada, then crossed out both words. Shocked by his own cruelty, he crumpled the page, muttering, not nice of me. Food for thought. If the US cut just 2% of its annual defense budget, it could afford to construct a colossal obsidian spear in San Francisco Bay. On top of the obvious economic benefit, it would be visible throughout all of Northern California and emanate an ominous I saw a fake skeleton for sale today for $849, and I was like, what the hell? I could get a real skeleton for free, screw that. Then, I remembered murder is illegal. You're going to jail for blogging this. First year knows he should not be looking at the worlding, but can't help himself. The forbidden light, he sighed. It got me again. It feels like someone's thrown sand in my eyes. So foolish. This is not satire. It's actually like this. I'm really glad I started meal prepping. Really changed my life. Like this post, and I will instantly teleport to your home and gobble up your shower curtain. My shower curtain is glass. Well, crunchity munchity then. You think that will stop me? Chase, smile, okay? I forgot how. Go ahead then. Go crazy. I should have never smoked that. Now I gotta collect 8 pages. Where am I? A river in Russia froze over a very interesting pattern. Old music is so much better than what we have these days. If you know, you know. Truck hauling 10 tons of ramen noodles. Crashes into lake. Almost creates world's largest soup. I'm sorry we couldn't spare any pillows or blankets for you. You're fine with sleeping on the couch, right? Sleeps on this naked, and in the morning, you have to pry me off with a spatula. People who play support characters. How? I just want to barge in and shoot everyone. How can you just stay back and play and heal? Bad at aiming and scared. British people be like, alright, it's time to go to the shops. When the weather starts getting nice, but the only outfits you look good in is all black. This is the best Tinder bio I've seen. I'd like to cover you in peanut butter and see how much I could... What the fuck? Most people have no idea how big Brazil actually is. My friend just texted me this picture from our school. My daughter loves the things she is learning in grade 2, and she woke me up this morning by whispering, I have more bones than you, directly into my ear. So I'm pretty psyched to be raising an extremely powerful science witch. Several people are typing. When you're in the shower and the lights flicker. When you're home alone and the ice maker turns on. Countdown apologizes. After letters round, accidentally summons Cthulhu. I would like you to paint me a cat. A what? A cat? You know what a cat is, right? You've seen a cat. Yeah, of course. My daughter had a friend sleepover and left this note for her friend. I'm not reading all this, but warning, if you wake me up for anything, I will rip off your limbs and hit you with them. POV, you catch me eating shredded cheese at 3 a.m. And here we see Beth Esther, employee, seated at a standard bugged collision desk, enjoying another productive day of porting Skyrim around. Hasbro's has just introduced me, and this is not a joke, their new nightmarish mascot for Nerf brand products named Murph. Murph's terrifying catchphrase is, unleash the play in you. Here is Murph. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story. Paper mache frog at the botanical garden gift shop that haunts my dreams. Showed this to my friend with epilepsy. He loved it so much that he started breakdancing on the floor. You ever think about the kind of guy who makes a cursed amulet? Like, ooh, whoever puts this on is going to have a nasty surprise. Get a real hobby. Rick Ross fights off alligators trying to steal his pizza. Archaeologists in the future finding what passed as compensation for being worked to death. I wanted those reports on my desk an hour ago. Susan, have you seen Brian? He has my stapler. Susan, stop dancing. This is serious. Hey, Susan, I'm going to get lunch. What am I reading? Takes off my leather jacket to reveal a second secret leather jacket underneath. You mean skin? What an absolutely terrifying addition to my post. Thank you. My first attempt at a creepypasta. Carpeted kitchen. What the fuck? It would be messed up if our teeth were flaccid but got hard when we ate. I was having a good day. Can you imagine trying to talk with waggling flaccid teeth flipping around in your mouth like weird bone noodles? My wife said there were too many chocolate chips in these cookies, so she picked around them. Everything everywhere, all at once. Nothing matters. Oh my god, nothing matters. Take back to the time when I was making a burrito and I lost my omelet for 20 minutes. I am a man, woman, entity beyond your comprehension. Seeking men, women, the ability to remove sentient. My dad and his friends look like the cast of Stranger Things, 1982. Book Shrek is 50% more chaotic than movie Shrek. Shrek decided to marry whatever this thing is. No priest would officiate because God hated Shrek for being alive, so they used a crocodile. Orcas are ripping open great white sharks for their livers, hearts, and nuts. Whatever gang war is going on in the ocean, I want to see it. Their art style is cute. Why would they waste it? Mental illness. If you travel up to the middle of nowhere in the UK, you might be lucky enough to find the remnants of long-lost people. What long-lost people? We're still here. Bro, you think I'm a cartoon villain? Question 5 of 35. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. Shaggy memes over AirPod memes. AirPod Shaggy is coming back. Oh my god. They have AirPods in. They can't hear us. Oh my. Planting fake fossils to give some future biologist a short glimmer of hope before carbon dating it. Stare into the beautiful abyss that is this massive American Girl doll collection. Drink your school, stay in sleep, don't do milk, and get 8 hours of Yes sir. He looks like he's followed all of that advice. Want to prank your friends? Freeze Mentos in ice cubes. Serve them time bomb sodas. My ex is still logged into Twitter on my phone. I could be cliche and tweet, I'm a douche, lol. No. Instead, every few days, I will tweet something he would totally say, but he would never remember tweeting it. Slowly, the slightly out of place tweets will drive him insane. Victory. You are Satan. I poked holes in my parents' protection, which led to the birth of my little sister, and I kept it a secret for 25 years, living in a you're So Hot World, but Peter Griffin said, I hope the light... This isn't scary. I don't know why I downloaded this. I think I just found it that funny. I want it to be in the next recent meme video. Fantastic. This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Why am I laughing? Hey gang, I'm ordering $14 worth of soda and nothing else from my local Domino's. I'm thirsty. He better not have. Your order is in the oven. Susan, I know you're home. Just come outside so we can talk things out. When you're messing around on a trampoline and your homie hits you with that double bounce. For all you mountain climbers out there, climbs up and takes a few good You literally did not have to say that. I have a habit of being too casual everywhere. So one time while I was working, I accidentally said, what's crack-a-lacking to an old person looking for medication, and she replied, my bones, dear. This app is truly amazing. Poor grandma though. Hopefully her bones are better now. When I was 9 months pregnant with my son, my mom and I were on the side of the road, struggling with a flat. A car with 4 men stopped, not to help, but to ask for directions to a local golf course. My mom sent them 15 miles in the wrong direction. She is the legend who shaped me. Haha, not to scare anyone, but the hell does Beyond in Bed Bath & Beyond stand for? Me. What's Beyond? Employee. Snapping his neck. Go find out. As a former employee, I appreciate this. What the hell and fuck are you implying, lady? I'm anorexic. This is funny. I hope you're okay though. Focus on yourself. I appreciate you, Jess, but I think focusing on myself is what started the problem. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you recover well. Living in an age of the internet where an account with the username Brian Felt 1989 is a 100% spam bot dedicated to harvesting not safe for work and personal data, but Bob 420 is a sign of a breathing human life who just posts updates about their home garden. My little niece asked me, why is his body so little? Now I can never unsee it. The actual size of an anime eyeball. What has been seen cannot be unseen. Summer is just Jerry with a ponytail. I put an orange on my cat and now he looks like an egg. Beethoven looks like a waiter when you don't know which food you want to eat. I would have bet all the money in the world this was a chicken. Happy holidays. Yes, my dad is in the picture, even though it looks like he's a part of the painting. Pete Davidson always looks like a starving werewolf in mid-transformation. I thought it was a normal picture at first. It's far, far worse. The human brain can detect patterns. Let's test it out. It took me a few seconds to realize this wasn't a gorilla walking on the beach. Who knew that if you turned Donald Duck upside down, you get the other Donald? Does it trip anyone else out that G is just an arrow going in a circle? Honestly, screw this post. Oh, one of those pesky hangnails. I'll take care of that. Why did it need fingers? Caution, icy conditions. This spot is reserved for people that work at babies. I thought this lady was staring at me for 5 minutes until I realized it was a magazine. They look like tiny men training in the pool. Take a selfie through a toilet roll tube and pretend you're the moon. What if Diglett's nose is actually a mouth with one tooth? Just try looking at your shoes the same way again. Piglins are just anime girls wearing pig hats. I thought he was holding an ice cream, and I know I'm not the only one. I can't unsee Captain Tiny Arm and his baby sidekick, Mega Hand. No, how can I delete somebody else's post? Yo bro, what are you up to? Did you know that -4 degrees looks like a dude taking a poop? Momoa without his beard. To all the women in the world, I'm sorry in advance. Hey guys, I shaved her mustache. Looks so much better. I was like, what the hell happened to her legs? And then I realized it's a bag of popcorn. Man gets plastic surgery and name change to date his ex-girlfriend after she obtains restraining order. I spent 2 weeks looking for my iPad. This creature lives in you and controls everything inside of you. You know how dogs have human eyes? Well, you have human eyes too, but like the ones dogs have. His friend looks like a mannequin with the head on backwards. Ice cream sandwiches are just edible Minecraft books. Sometimes I think North America is a fat dragon. How is she supposed to sample this? And why is she wearing gloves? So does he have one long tongue or 2 tongues? This guy looks like a real life Pixar character. When the sun is directly overhead in Hawaii, it looks like a bad video game render. Made some bread, turned out pretty good. Someone's out there photoshopping smiles on Eminem's face. Apparently, if you can see 2 people hugging, you are left-brained, and if you see a dinosaur, you're right-brained. What do you see in the mountain? What if you see a dog? I thought he was wearing the heels. Anyone else noticed the face? I really wish you didn't point this out. Go ahead, find the curved line. We can steal your man. Shorty in the back looks like she's going to steal the Declaration of Independence. My best work so far. The fact that the glass isn't slightly to the right is really bothering me. Is it just me, or does this dog look like Leonardo DiCaprio. First day of standing lessons, someone commented that Donald Trump stands like a senator without its hind legs. It took me a while to realize that this structure isn't spinning. How to find Kentucky on a map. Why would you do this? No. Why does my shadow look like a rotisserie chicken? Have we considered that it's possible that Munch was just trying to paint a spaniel, but he was a bit bad, and then people got excited about it, so he went along with it. My wife asked me why the dogs in Secret Life of Pets have avocados for noses, and it ruined the movie for me. Why does the muscle emoji have a sloth head instead of a fist? What is life? Batman's mask and his car on the dollar bill. This took me way too long to see. Nature knows how to do camouflage. Would buffalo chicken look like this, or like this? My black cat looks like my white cat's shadow. Donkey Kong's mouth is a giant pistachio. You cannot tell me otherwise. Why do all Pixar mums look the same? When you realize every kid in the first Toy Story movie is Andy, but wearing different clothes. I am watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and paused it at the worst possible time, and now I am traumatized. A mouth within a mouth. Nice. Nobody, me, ever think about this? Someone said Kim Kardashian's new haircut makes her look like Lord Farquaad. My dog's paws look like tiny koalas. When you search for grandfather's clogs, but you forget to type in the L in clog. I was today years old when I saw the bear in the Toblerone logo. You've ruined the chocolate for me. He looks like he's just taken his sunglasses off and is pleased to have done a good job. Tiger buds. They look like pandas. How can your body replicate the feeling of falling from high altitudes in a nightmare if you've never fallen like that before? I don't know, but I don't like this post. I have never realized before how much the US looks like a whale. Imagine if we had one giant toe instead of multiple little ones. When I'm in love, I cannot think straight. His hand looks like a loaf of bread. Is this person throwing out their trash or giving up on juggling? Do you ever feel bugs on you when there are no bugs on you? They are the ghosts of bugs that you've killed. I wish I could unread this. So I saw this doll at an antique shop. I kept thinking about it, seeing its face in my head. I decided it was time to bring it home today. Bro, you are in danger. This has baffled us today. Do you see a man running into the woods or do you see a dog? My mind won't process this image. How many matchsticks do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. You ever stop to think about the mouse that's trapped inside your mouse? I used to be able to see the towel on her head. Double tap when you see it. Wait, no, like the video. Half of all boxing photos look like gay weddings. All is good and well until you pay attention to the reflection. The two hairless spaces between his chin and his lower lip look like Spider-Man's eyes. Australian newsreader causes social media meltdown with PP-shaped jacket. Is everybody just going to ignore the fact that the cat salutes with its back leg? This onion won't make me cry. The quality of this format is so low. Our mouths look like thick mustaches. Eye, nostril, C. When you're looking like a full snack. The baked potato button on my microwave looks like a poop wearing sunglasses. If I eat myself, would I become twice as big or disappear completely? I don't need sleep. I need answers. Someone said Trippy Red looks like Greta Thunberg cosplaying Little Wayne. Yeah, why does Ellen look like this? My mum was me for Halloween. Trust me, it is just a kitchen sink. Cross-country skiers look like musical notes. My new favorite thing is finding birds that look like they are twice divorced. This is what Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy would actually look like if they grew up in the 80s. Babe, don't forget to put the biblically accurate angel on top of the tree. How are unicorns fake, but giraffes are real? Like, what is more believable? A horse with a horn, or a leopard moose camel with a 40-foot long neck? Gen Z couples. New advertising concept would turn the night sky into ads. People would see brands instead of seeing stars when they look up. Yo, I might just be high, but I swear every cop looks like this. LeBron loves art. Nobody. Ever think about this? Why would you think about this? Are these legs shiny and oily, or are they legs with white paint on them? Is that butter? No, it's Stonehenge. I cannot believe it's not butter. Thank you. I hate Kingpin's skeletal system. I tried to do a face swap with my infant daughter. Gone horribly wrong. I hate the influencers whose lip fillers look like a tiny mouth inside the real mouth. This is what Tickle Me Elmo looks like without his fur. If cartoon pets were real, what do you mean? Multiple pounds of lasagna. Shout out to this guy. You're supposed to color him in with the crayons, but he looks way funnier like this, I think. This is Mario's default form. He applies the crayons every day. How did Stitch hide those arms without having a lump or a hole in his side? Like this. This is from the art book. Was looking up how a wrist turns for art reasons, and for some reason, this makes me so mad. Why are we built like this? Japanese Somebody's ballpoint pen comes with realistic parasitic worms that swim around inside of it while you write. I need to have my tablet taken away. If you're right-brained, you will see a dog. If you're left-brained, you will see a giraffe. I see none of them. I see some fucking idiot trying to figure out what this is. God help me. The two circles have the exact same size. Damn, that's a good optical illusion. I can't even see the circles. Somebody said Post Malone's mustache looks like two dogs kissing, and my life hasn't known peace since. I was talking to someone about how everyone looks at me and says my face is symmetrical. So I dug out these pictures. One is normal and one is mirrored. Why the hell did I think this was her neck? What is it? Wait, it is. It's her head, right? Somebody pointed out that Wolverine's face is really just two Batmen kissing, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I just suplexed my girlfriend into my bed, and this happened. I was today years old when I realized the Vans logo is the square root of the answer. If all of the animals in the world were cats. I have such a nice smile, but these braces are cutting my cheeks up. Who's that in the reflection? Upside down great white sharks. I'm so uncomfortable. I'll be in the duck petting room. I've looked at this for 3 minutes and I still don't see a duck. I found this at my college Wi-Fi. When you realize Taylor Swift is actually Napoleon Dynamite in a drag. 2020 can't surprise me now. Vin Diesel with hair. I bet he's thinking about other women. I just realized how long my wife's neck is. If you see someone drowning, call 911. The stick man drowning. Lol. HDMI 1, HDMI 2. This guy completed 100% of 1200 games on the PS4. This pug is so concerned. He's doing the bat signal. When I look at bodybuilders, I can't help but focus on their upper shoulder neck muscles. It looks like a skinny man popping out the top of a torso of a bulky man. You know what I mean? My brother got a thumb from each parent. Face swap Adam Driver and Keanu Reeves, and you just feel slightly confused and lost. I don't need any more friends because I have one very big friend. Here he is. My chair during the day versus at night. Wait, if Jeff Bezos has $200 billion and there are 7 billion people on Earth, why can't we each get $1 billion? And he's left with $193 billion left. Can you believe it? It's just the paint. The walls are straight. So I guess this dog's an egg. My mom says she likes Rami Malek because he reminds her of our dog. Man uses avocado grenade and actually manages to rob 2 banks. Roommate just railed a gram of Addy in front of me and drew this with his non-dominant foot. Stop turning everything into Disney princesses, me. When I'm admiring a beautiful AI-generated art piece and suddenly notice the fingers. Somebody said Montana looks like Joe Biden sniffing Idaho. I was scrolling through my old photos and this is what my math teacher looks like. I got a nude sent to me from my brother by accident, so I thought it would be, why? Disney characters face swapped with their corresponding villains. Called the cameras on the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro a kitchen stove. Casper the Ghost is a cautionary tale about how Richie Rich parents killed him for the insurance money. Every time I look out my office window, I think someone needs to press play. In Ratatouille, the critic sentences restaurants to death. His typewriter resembles a skull, and his office is in the shape of a coffin. In the beginning versus in the end. Venice, Italy versus Patrick the Star. My neighbor told me that my house looks like it's made out of olives. All these dishes are facing down except for one. Once you have spotted, every dish will be facing up. Imagine a duck, but with human lips. I want this picture off of this website. Duck Bill, or dog with an afro, when you're trying to stay positive and have fun, but your depression is still lurking in the shadows. I was today years old when I found out how broccoli is made. I thought this was 2 people. I still think it is. Garfield comics can be substantially improved by cropping off the 3rd panel. Here's a carrot for your diet, Garfield. You know what to do with it. I certainly do. Only a Star Wars fan can see it. The number 87 kinda looks like a plague doctor. You've just changed the game. I don't even know. Lightning McQueen has 1 eye and 2 pupils. I have kept this to myself for far too long. I don't know how to explain this, but that man looks like a very convincing cardboard cutout of a real person. Anime versus Netflix adaptation. The Oreo jiggles if you stare at it and gently shake your phone. Someone once told me if you can see a mountain lion, that means it isn't hunting you. Every day since, I have lived in terror. Purebred horse. This makes me so happy that I don't have a dad. Before I even check her profile, I'ma comment this. I guarantee there's a link in her bio. Our first client. Effective transformation. Yeah, what the fuck? Everything looks okay here. Go under the water. We have guests coming. Get out the good plates. This new GTA screenshot looks like a giant head coming out of the road, staring at a man on a bench. Female Hugh Jackman kinda looks like Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake. Thank you for this. Why? I don't know why. Pete Davidson is what I imagine Beetlejuice looked like when he was alive. Grand Wizard and his young apprentice. These guys look like some kind of Zelda merchants that you sell anti-chokes and pumpkins, respectively. This dead fly looks like a soldier with a flamethrower. How does a dead fly look like this though? Do you see the lion wearing sunglasses when you hear someone yelling some weird stuff, and when you turn around, you see they are staring at you, so you try to unsee them? Teacher, the test is simple. The test. Explain. This picture. When you see someone you know, but you don't want them to see you, so you unsee them. Microsoft embraces memes. It makes a real Xbox Series X fridge. It stays nice and chilly. Sid from Ice Age be like, teacher, the autoplay's coming. Oh my god. OMG, she has her back turned away from the wall. She can't see it. Oh my. I thought this was just some weird phase, but I guess not. I cannot unsee this. Wait a minute. So, while walking to class today, I saw a guy getting in trouble by a Segway cop for sitting in the fountain in front of a library. And when the cop asked, why are you sitting in there? He replied, it's a lovely day to pretend to be a bird. The saddest aisle in the supermarket. Cat food, cat toys, wine, meals for one. My rabbit claiming my cat's belongings and my cat being too scared to do anything about it. A photo series. Skeleton flowers are known because their petals become transparent when it rains. And I think that's cool. Not all cockroaches are gross. The sky blue neotropical cockroach can be found in the rainforests of Guyana. This tweet sounds like my mum encouraging me to meet guys. What does it mean when this light comes on the trailer? Wait, this is a drink break. Everyone have a drink of water or something. My kind of news day. Geologist finds rare formation inside rock that looks exactly like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. I asked for my coffee dark, but goddamn. Drunk octopus wants to fight. Damage prediction on pears during transportation. Bad and naughty children get put in the pear wiggler to atone for their crimes. What the fuck is that comment? I saw someone say that SpongeBob and Light Yagami have matching outfits, and I haven't slept well ever since. No, why can't they just use normal face cams? Anime avatars are so cringe. Haha, that mouth does look like Mount Fuji. Class photo. My eyes were closed. Photographer physically cut it and pasted someone else's eyes on top of mine. 10 out of 10. I thought, this plywood looks weird. Got closer. It's printer paper and scotch tape. Notice anything strange? This picture was taken via a mobile phone. The little girl you see crying in the bottom right refused to join the group because she said the little boy was scaring her. Thinking nothing of the tantrum, the little girl's mother later discovered what she was crying about when she looked about knee level of the group. One of the oldest optical illusions in the world. This remarkable piece of architecture was carved by those people, and it is believed to be 400 years old. Manufacturers are putting champagne cabinets in cars, but Audi Japan saw a rice cooker would be the perfect optional extra. Mum, can we get McDonald's? No McDonald's. There's rice in the car. Ghastly's evolutionary family are snapshots in the process of Gengar forcing its way into our dimension, from a gaseous, nearly intangible presence to a material creature with limbs and rudimentary hands able to act in the Pokemon reality by trading him into another reality. When I was a kid, me and my best friend thought we had befriended a sheep in a nearby field because he wouldn't run away from us, and he let us give him 1 million hugs and kisses. We called him Albert, and we loved him very much. Anyway, turns out he had a parasite eating his brain. When I was little and my parents were driving, I would pretend there was a man running alongside the car who had to follow certain routes, like he can only travel by jumping from streetlight to streetlight, or he can only walk on fences. I was so surprised to find out that other people did similar things. I wonder what the underlying psychology behind it is. Like, it's a really specific thing to do, but almost everyone did it without telling other kids about it because we all thought it was probably weird or unimportant. My plan would involve hollowing out West Virginia and using this slag, Ontario, completing a diagonal chain of now saltwater lakes across Turtle Island and linking the Arctic and Atlantic seas. This would benefit no one and cause untold damage. I will take no questions. Oklahoma quarter, bird flying over flowers. Oklahoma quarter rotated. Buff birdman wearing tight fringed jeans, strutting in a meadow. Life within death. That name which I just can't even pronounce. Phyllises alkenkengi, or the Chinese-Japanese lantern, blooms during winter and dries during spring. Once it is dried, inside, the bright red fruit is seen. The outer cover is a thin mesh that held the flower petals, seen in a golden brown color. When the movie finished 15 minutes ago, but it's a Marvel movie. Superheroes when the world is in danger, but it's not their movie. They grow up so fast. What? There are two different kinds of people when they see themselves. Why does Thor look like he's about to challenge Thanos to a rap battle if superheroes were really from the USA? Just wondering, did Marvel Studios actually inject Chris Evans with super soldier serum? Scientists are looking into how lizards regenerate their tails to try and achieve similar results with human cartilage. Did Spider-Man teach us nothing? Star-Lord will have a new look. My brother, that's the same picture. The Infinity Stones were hiding in plain sight. Y'all, I just saw RDJ's stunt double, and now I understand why Tom thought his stunt double was him. Now I can die in peace, having known that I've seen Deadpool holding a can of Raid while next to Spider-Man and Ant-Man. The amount of villains in the Spider-Man franchise with a PhD is concerning. I mean, have you looked at the job market lately? Before Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet was wielded by the most powerful human in the universe and was used to heal the world. 25 shocking celebrity weight changes. I'm offended. This will not end well. My sister works for an online dispensary and I'm losing my mind. She either got divorced or got married to Groot. Doctor Strange looks like he's about to drop some shadow clone jutsus. Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3 was actually insane. He caught a body, then immediately went to tell his auntie, "I'm a pirate. Arr." A few years later, this guy landed Zendaya. Okay, draw a baby. Just draw a baby. Sure, you got this. How hard can it be? Remember when the OG Avengers presented an award to RDJ, and as he was speaking, they just... What was the worst case of an MCU character being weaker than they should have been? Thanos isn't lucky, he ain't fought the 2008 Hulk. Bro would have snapped his purple self in half. Marriage is all about compromises. Spider-Man with and without CGI. My level of petty. Chemistry substitute was slowly writing down endgame spoilers every time someone talked. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this man was alive for like 60 seconds, spent half of them looking through the internet, and decided that humanity has got to go. Supervisors of the solar system. Female superheroes after being punched in the face 100 times, thrown through concrete walls, and stabbed. I stopped caring about the MCU after Endgame. Join the Avengers, they said. You could be the next Iron Man, they said. Man, early 2000s comic book movies just hit different. Of all the Spider-Men in all multiverses, I believe this one to be the most pointless and tragic one. Here we have Captain America decapitating an Ultron drone by drop-kicking his own shield through the drone's neck. People making fun of the Hulk and how soft he's become. But imagine getting your butt whooped so bad by a villain that you go through an identity crisis and change your whole outlook on life. We should all thank Star-Lord for giving us another Avengers movie. My students had to pick a Marvel character to embody within a resume and cover letter. The idea that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take lives within one particular student of mine. The human population has officially passed 8 billion. Concept art for Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine 2009. If you ever feel dumb, just remember that Captain America tried to choke a robot. I agree with Thanos every day a little more. I've been thinking a lot about how Kong got thrown in jail because he did not print out enough pamphlets for his rebellion. He got defeated by paper. He is a rock and he got defeated by paper. Just when I was thinking it was going to be too dark like DC, Ant-Man made his entry. Marvel games in virtual reality. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Daredevil. Good responses to getting stabbed with a sword. Rude. That's not fair. Not again. Are you going to want this back or can I keep it? Sorry, but if Avengers 4 doesn't contain this vehicle, it's not worth our time. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. You can rewrite DNA on the fly, and you're using it to turn people into dinosaurs. But with tech like that, you could cure cancer. I think about this Spider-Man panel about once a day. My little nephew has this Spider-Man motorcycle toy, but the figure is the funniest thing because you can pose it like this. 13 children were named Thanos in 2018. Y'all remember when Infinity War established in the first 20 minutes that Doctor Strange can sever hands with his portals, and then they spent 2 hours and 40 minutes of the movie trying to take off the gauntlet from Thanos' hand instead of cutting his hand off. Random kid, when I grow up, I want to be Spider-Man, his uncle. Just remembered Scarlet was the only one on set for some scenes in the airport because her character did not need CGI. We need to talk more about Marvel, confirming there's more than one afterlife, and how it depends on culture, religion, and current beliefs. That is seriously my favorite. There's a spider on my wall. What do I do? It's dead. Don't worry. Tobey Maguire was the same age in No Way Home as William Dafoe was in Spider-Man 1. Who is winning this fight? Tom Holland revealed one of the 3 Spider-Man actors wore a fake butt in the movies, but he won't reveal who. We all know who it was. No, Doctor Strange drank Sprite. It's a Spidey rule to make a homemade Spider-Man costume. Which one's your favorite? In No Way Home, you can see Andrew's lenses crack as he is being electrocuted. Imagine having all of this greatness in one movie and then proceed to call it a bad Spider-Man movie. When you are Iron Man, but your son is a fan of Spider-Man. She's so powerful and clever. Fans. Toby will always be the best Spider-Man. Andrew sucks. No, Andrew is the best. Toby sucks. Toby and Andrew in real life. Who would have guessed that wouldn't be a joke 2 years later? I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. These two are just the MCU version of them. Literally the best comic book casting ever, and it isn't even a competition. No one, and I mean no one, could have embodied Iron Man better than Robert Downey Jr. Spider-Man's girlfriend in every movie for no reason. When you're out of webs, but not out of options. You came into my life as a story, but you will leave as legends. Front, back, the reality behind Captain America's shield. Iron Man, playing with Spider-Man at the beach. What a great dad. First day as a superhero. Villain, why is my calendar wrapped in aluminium? I foiled your plans. I am killed immediately. Watching a behind the scenes of a superhero movie. With Black Adam 2 cancelled, Marvel should just pick up The Rock to play a guy made of rocks. Civilians in the Marvel universe when none of the superheroes show up to save them. Mum sat next to this guy at the deli and overheard him talking about some $100 million deal and took this awkward photo. She texted me it and said any idea who it is. Hulk got his eyebrows threaded, new hair, nose job, and a contour kit. Go on, Miss Thang. My son's got the Spider-Man costume he's been wanting forever to do. I held him up in various positions and then photoshopped myself out. Turned out pretty good. Sometimes I cry at the fact that this is an actual page from a Captain America comic. Peter, my spidey senses are tingling. Something bad is happening. The rest of the kids on the bus. Yeah, dude, there's a giant alien circle in the sky. You did not see that coming. Marvel just confirmed that Shrek exists in the MCU. Treat yourself to 19 inches of Venom and more with the Spider-Man 2's collector's edition. Treat myself to what now? Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally not even complete yet. 2097 Marvel fans realizing they need to watch over 300 movies and television shows to understand why Spider-Man ate cereal on Monday. Who has suffered the most? Wanda lost her Sims save file while Thor like 1500 years old and he's still trying to find himself. This is such a strange photo. If the MCU began in 1998, this is Iron Man, Thor, and Bruce Banner. Can I get a scene in a Marvel movie where these three just sit and have a conversation? Superheroes dressed in red who lost their vision. I shouldn't laugh. From the 1940s, we bring you the greatest single sound effect in the history of comic books. Most powerful magic users. Only one of these characters survived Thanos. 90s Cyclops. Looks like a can of WD-40. Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Everything's going dark. I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. Oh no, there went the Spider-Man. The Marvel fandom trying to work out who's going to die in Infinity War. Spider-Man fans when they have to wait 3 to 4 years for a resolution to the cliffhanger in Far From Home when you're beside yourself with laughter. Also, Chris Evans. Marvel Studios should just stop making movies because nothing will ever top what I just watched. A National Geographic cameraman. POV, you unmask Spider-Man and it turns out to be your longtime best friend, Peter Parker. So you back away slowly and fall backwards into a chair. Me at 3 AM heading towards the fridge for the 4th time to see if any new food has spawned. It has officially been more than 10 years since The Avengers. You can only revive one person. Who? There really is no one in the work more excited about recreating the Spider-Man pointing meme than Andrew Garfield. Just look at him. Remember months ago, these pictures were leaked and we thought they were just Tom Holland practicing his lines. Turns out to be the biggest spoiler in the movie. Wanda and Loki be really conjuring dark clouds for their arrival to prove everyone that they're such divas. People, how was Spidey swinging? Me. Thanks, Giant Man. He installed six-pack in 30 days. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Now, I am become Death, the destroyer of the worlds. Barbie grossed $22.3 million from previews, beating any superhero movie this year. This year really gave us our first glimpse at mutants in the MCU. Science bros for life. Steve Rogers better come back just to tell Star-Lord he did the deed with his grandmother. If Doctor Strange astral punched Moon Knight out of his body, then what comes out? You just watched Captain America, the Winter Soldier, for the 97th time. I am Shrewd. Identity theft is not a joke, Ryan. Do you know about Tumblr? I have heard it's very dangerous. I love danger. Come to us, darling. If he finds the Flash, he gets $20. Imagine existing in the MCU and having to see this guy go crazy at least twice a week. You've grown bored of it. They look like a mum and dad parent called into the principal's office because of their child's problematic behavior on the playground. Doctor Strange, the only hero to defeat his opponent by making him rage quit. If that's what she looked like in high school, I have no hope. What does this mean? Holy damn, you're Stan fucking Lee. The Marvel's directors fear the MCU movie could suffer from its restricted promotion. The Marvels, Hollywood. Marvel fans, after realizing that a sequel to an 11-year-old movie about a talking cat is written far better than any MCU project in the past few years. Thanos, where is the Soul Stone? Strange, holds up a dog. It's inside this dog. Kills dog. Heh, was that your plan? Wait for it. John Wick. Hey, have you guys seen my new dog? When you get an Uber driver that doesn't want to talk to you the whole ride, animes be like, I'm just an average high school boy. I guess we do go to different websites. What are you prattling on about? You know, if the internet could see the two of us like this, it would have fits. Do not eat the Spider-Man burger. Doctor Strange having a moment there, hoping that slap didn't mess up the timeline. I don't find the Morbius memes funny. Can I help you? Are you a bear? 9 live-action Superman, 8 live-action Batman, 3 live-action Spider-Man, but there is only 1 live-action Wolverine. Old Man Cab should have been Stan Lee, so it explains that all of his cameos were just him checking up on his friends. Because you are under arrest. Objection. Matt, you can't just objection yourself out of getting arrested. He is a lawyer. He knows what he's doing. Deadpool, after selling 500 of his own kidneys. When someone makes a joke about something you're secretly insecure about, Endgame humanizes Thor as he goes through trauma and depression. In the end, he was still worthy of wielding Mjolnir. Depression does not take away from your value as a god or even as a human. $200 movie. Take one step and then again. Come on, let's do the Mario. Vin Diesel was nearly fired from his role as Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy for constantly forgetting his lines. I heard he kept saying, I am family, and not Groot. Makes total sense. When you are no longer the adorable baby alien protected by a bounty hunter who was really into rifles at Disney. Good news, the charges were dropped. Good luck, Mr. Parker. If you ever need help again, call me. How are you reading this? I'm a really good lawyer. Changing stream quality to 4K, be like, I'm going to tell my kids this is how Endgame ended. My mom magically finding the lost things in the place I just searched. When you realize that SpongeBob had it before Thanos. Chris Evans sometimes helps out on set with cleaning and more. Leaked crossover of Thor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange on Thor Ragnarok. When I tried to convince a friend to watch Marvel movies. This looks like the beginning of a music video featuring the #1 hit, You're Not My Dad. Marvel fans when Batman doesn't say, yikes, that's gotta hurt, after mercilessly beating a shoplifter into a comatose state. James Gunn making sure to throw in the perfectly timed F-bomb in the MCU movie. Open the fucking door. Would you be Spider-Man for 5 years, but after that you die, or just live your normal life? Disney has set up a She-Hulk Tinder profile to promote the upcoming series. This guy Plastic Man became a chair so Hollywood sit on him. Marvel CGI now versus Marvel CGI then. Wait, so if Star-Lord hadn't punched Thanos, Avatar would still be the highest grossing movie of all time. It's an oversimplification of events, but yes. Andrew Garfield was the perfect Spider-Man, and Henry Cavill was the perfect Superman, and they both were wasted by a shitty studio. I couldn't have saved them, but they died because of me. 100-year-olds kept buying the wrong t-shirt size. Nobody bothered enough to tell them otherwise. As MCU fans, we've gotten so used to quantity over quality that we don't appreciate things as much anymore. I hope he gets paid this time. How Marvel can easily make a $2 billion Avengers Secret Wars movie. This scene in the Multiverse of Madness trailer is from an alternate universe where Tony's Ultron program ended up working. Doctor Strange be like, this is why I never had kids, and then take care of literally every kid in the multiverse. Tom Hiddleston on if Loki appears in Thor and Love. I literally have no idea, and I'm not even doing an Andrew Garfield. I just don't know. Andrew Garfield, the verb of the year. The solo Wonder Woman movie is way too risky to make. Marvel, here's a movie where Bradley Cooper's a raccoon and Vin Diesel is a tree. Do you sometimes wonder why you have weird friends, but then you snap and realize that you're just as weird as them? Just imagine the Avengers going to IKEA, and Thor is the only one who can pronounce the name of anything. This is disproportionately hilarious to me. Come on, let us assemble the Love and Backen. I was wondering if Spider-Man's spider sense is based on an actual thing spiders can do, so I googled, can spiders sense danger? And the National Wildlife Federation treated me like the dumbass I am. Spiders can detect danger coming their way with an early warning system called eyes. Can we all just take a moment to respect the fact that Ant-Man's stunt double is an amputee? Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. went hiking after the unexpected Spider-Man news. Robert, what are we doing next to this cliff? A soul for a soul. Spider-Man is so funny. Dude saves like an entire country and then goes home at the end of the day, opens his fridge, and he's got got like one egg and a half-empty can of Arizona tea. No matter how old he is, or what comic he's from, that's just how Peter Parker lives. Somebody post there, what's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminium Man? Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminium Man just foils their plans. One day, remember when Captain America's friend killed Iron Man's parents and then they jumped Iron Man for being mad about it? Why didn't they tell the real rich history of Africa instead of some fictitious place called Wakanda? Why are you this dense and from my city, bro? I guess Thor should have been a Viking documentary. Guardians of the Galaxy should have accurately depicted the Milky Way. Captain America Civil War should have taken place in 1863. Why didn't they have a real arachnid play Spider-Man? My grandpa got bitten by a spider and he was really upset, so I went to get some cream, but before I could leave the room, I heard him say, "At this age, I cannot handle the responsibility of being a Spider-Man." Have you ever thought about the fact that Thor and Loki are like 1,000 years old? The events of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe so far has probably been the equivalent of like 2 really, really bad weeks. Worst spring break ever. I saved your people from extinction. Now give me a bit of time and help, and we will get you to your new homeworld. Sure, there's absolutely nothing to help. No, you didn't keep your promise. I'm going to genocide your entire species. It's been 20 years. We've been getting invaded by aliens for the last 10, and I've been dead for the last 5. Person, you don't have kids. How old are you? 31. That surprises me. I would be lost without kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Marvel keeps coming out with films. Yeah, so this is Oreo. Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to VaazkL. I do not like the camera in my face. I have a very long nose. And I like sleeping, because I'm a lazy dog.